present, who is ready to start playing Dungeons and Dragons?
I know I am.
I'm not.
Sure, you missed it. Peace stopped in earlier.
Oh
Guess
my
what
gosh,
he did?
really?
He ate. Okay, here's the thing.
He ate
He's
half a
never
pot brownie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Long story short.
Long story short, he ate a pot brownie.
Yeah, we're waiting for it to hit him, cause oh boy.
Yeah.
That poor dumbass.
Welcome to
All right.
college.
Yeah.
No, literally, as soon as he told us, he's like, "So I'm trying weed for the first time. I had pot brownies," and we were literally like, almost all of us at once were like, "Dear God, what are you thinking?"
You've made a grave error in judgment.
Like literally, all of us jumped on that immediately. Like, dude,
Like,
no.
I know very little about shit like that, and even I'm just like, oh no, no.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the only time I've ever smoked weed was with my ex-roommate. But yeah, even I know that.
That's a nice play, Doctor.
Sexy Blake Doctor. Okay, I can dig it.
All right. So, where we left off, the current class managed to make their way into the Sunless Citadel, made it into the front door, found a secret door, found some skeletons behind the secret door.
I almost died. Anyway.
Almost died? Oh, come on. You just wound up getting burnt once and stabbed once.
And yeah,
That stab took it out.
1 point of health.
No, the stab.
No, the needle I'm talking about.
Oh, the needle. No, I'm talking about the skeleton.
Oh,
Yeah, that was like 7.
It almost killed me.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it almost just knocked you down.
Which is close to
Basically
being
the same
killed.
But yeah,
Yeah,
having
look.
successfully managed to play the skeleton, being the raccoony little fuck that he is, he wound up going in and immediately looted them of their gold. And,
Hey, no one else.
And then Rob managed to find a small handful of +1 arrows.
And then I fucked off and hidden on the side of the wall.
And then you decided to take a short rest, having received a level up that, well, you guys are in a little bit of EXP debt right now until you guys catch up, but that is something that I will worry about. So you guys decided to take a short rest, and you're just about ready to get back to going when all of a sudden, appearing immediately next to you is a strange wood elf lady and and your teacher, Aelian. She comes in and says, I was scouting around the town and I happened to find someone else to enroll. They are going to be joining you for the remainder of this lesson, before very promptly just dis-fucking-peering.
Oh my god, she didn't just stick her head in the building? This is amazing.
Yeah,
Well,
she actually walked up to us this time.
Well, I just
Actually,
walked up.
no, she didn't. She actually teleported.
Yeah, but she didn't only stick her head in.
Okay,
That's
for the record,
progress.
is anyone else seeing her phase in and out of reality, or am I in a drunken fever dream right now?
God, I hope it's just one mass hallucination.
So after a very brief and the barest interruption, there is now a female wood elf of you.
Maybe there's someone else for the
You
other
gonna make
orc to
her
hit
make
on.
her profile visible?
Oh, yeah, certainly.
My pizza's here. I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
I like to
Oh my
imagine
god.
while Corbin is gone doing that, the whole time he's just like staring in awe, not actually talking.
So it
But
looks
yeah.
like, based on the profile picture, it looks like we have a wood elf ranger.
I'm just gonna call
So
you Jenny.
for those of you that are currently present, this is your opportunity for introductions. Grant, you are here, yes?
Yes.
All right. Well, congratulations. You have just been just barely introduced by the teacher, Aelian, and dropped in front of a group of 5 people who you have never seen before in your life. Basically informed that you have been more or less enrolled in the Adventurers College, and you are now a part of this class.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Care to greet your new party members at all?
Hello.
Opportunity for roll.
Yeah, well, I wrote I basically copied the the character sheet. It doesn't really match what we're doing, but it's just a young-ish wood elf.
Yeah.
Since her parents were killed, traveling around, trying to find answers to questions she can't. So, yeah, so in and out of different adventures here and there, in different locations. And I suppose
and where could one learn to be a better adventurer than the adventurers? Welcome to Asher's Adventures College. Yay!
The equivalent of online ed. So instead of doing that, I enrolled. Yeah, that works.
All right. And do any of the current party members decide to introduce themselves? Where the fuck is Doan?
I'm here.
Hi, Doan.
And he's also right in this little spot.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, welcome back. Okay, so there was a brief little introduction that Janaris wound up doing while you were away. Basically, been on a small myriad of adventures, and she's enrolled in the Adventures College now.
Well, I'm sure you'll fit right in.
I mean,
do my best.
As well as any of us.
I mean, if I can be here, anyone can be here.
Word of warning, don't touch the tweaky one.
Leviticus is just sitting in the corner.
In fact,
Right in the middle of the room.
you do well to just completely ignore his existence altogether. You'd be better off, and honestly, it seems the way that he prefers it anyway.
Okay, so who's who?
All right. Well, over here, the red one off to the far left is that is Nate's character, the thief. And then the one at the top of the little most of a plus sign is
Dying.
the person that suddenly had a
Are you choking on your pizza?
I'm sorry.
Did they put bones in it? Are you choking on the bones?
Yeah, that is Damien Crow. The one sitting at the one sitting in the center of this little most of a plus sign is Gron. Very well. Anyone could tell from looking at him, he is definitely of the barbarous variety. The person who has the flower icon is Casimir, the druidy-looking one. And then the twitchy fellow is the one at the bottom of this plus sign. That is Leviticus.
He's tweaked the fuck out.
And the one on the very far left of the plus sign is a corpse that we found here rotting in this tower. Say hello. He's quite the friendly, chatty gentleman.
Hello there.
So above Gron is who?
Gron is the one in the middle. Yeah, I'm just going to move him over to the left side of the plus.
Above Gron is what I said.
Oh, above Gron? That
would be me, Damien Crow. Good evening. It's very nice to meet you.
By the way, everyone else managed to switch their name to their character's name, or at the very least what they preferred to be called. You can do so by going to the My Settings at the farthest right of the little journal options, and then just display name. You can change that to whatever you like.
Preferably something not as long as Mason's.
Yeah. I'm the DM. I get to do what I want.
Yeah, and then also we would recommend you switch your nickname to we recommend you switch you put your character's name and then put Grant in parentheses after it.
Yeah, basically following the same format as everyone else.
Yeah, it just makes things easier for everybody.
Does that
Does huh?
Hey, you see my gun?
Hey, you see my gun?
CAMPFIRESONG song.
Oh, Mars got an update.
No.
The poor baby. It will hit like a truck that is driving another larger truck.
Yes.
2 trucks having sex.
Truckosaurus.
Are you want to making fuck? Berserker.
My love for you is like a truck. Do you want to making fuck berserker?
God damn it.
All right, so
Me get hurt when stairs fall down.
So who, what I meant was like who's.
Oh no, basically you're the name that you're going to have, like basically like we have our character name and then the name that we go by in parentheses after that.
No,
So,
I'm not
can just worry
confused
about it
about
later.
that. What I'm trying to find out is who is what. Like who is
basically
barbarian?
half orc barbarian Gron is Drew, Casimir is Doan, who Nate's basically going to be controlling for the purpose of this thing with
I don't
input.
have a working computer.
Yeah. Leviticus is Dylan.
Yo.
And Damien Crow is Corbin.
Yo.
And then there's Rob over here off to the far left. That is Nate.
Woo! I'm a tiefling rogue.
Thank you.
So here, instead of the kneel before Zod thing, do you want to maybe put your character's name?
Yeah,
Can't you
'cause,
probably
like
just
that's
change it
that's the
to your
format.
Oh yeah, I don't know his character's name though off the top of my head.
I just put it in
Or
Jenny.
whatever your character prefers, like a nickname your character prefers, because your character has a fairly long name.
I mean,
Right, but does that go across all?
no, basically,
Discord channels?
no,
No.
it's just for this one.
Yeah, it's a nickname basically.
That's the only reason I didn't do it ahead of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Yeah, you can do it on a specific server.
All right, cool.
And then also, like you said in Roll20, you click on the little gear icon.
On
There's a little thing that says
your
display name.
face. You hate this.
Are you okay?
I feel great.
We could have done this for the past hour.
Oh well.
So I was thinking just do it later.
Okay, so you actually want to be referred? Well, I mean, that's not what you got.
Is that
labeled.
generis?
Yeah.
Generis?
You know what? Let's like everyone's just gonna wind up calling you Jan anyway.
I'm calling
Probably
him
Jane or
calling her Jenny.
Eris.
Hold on. Let me just.
8, 6, 7, 5.
There. That's simplified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Except the new god.
Oh no,
I am the new god.
Yeah, I'm what was it?
Yeah.
I was originally the DM, and as a joke, I just put my username as your new god,
Gotcha.
and he's the new god.
Cool.
And then when we go back, I'll probably switch to the old new god.
And this is going to be going back.
And then when we go back and forth,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Then
the
it's like
new old new
it'll
god.
be like the new old god.
no, the new,
It's going
the
to
new
get so
old
bad,
new,
like, we're
the
gonna
new
be-
old new god.
Like it's going to get so bad that like we're going to be like 40 still doing this, and we're going to have to like have our names in notation.
No, it'll be like new to the third power.
So does that mean I get to go back in time?
Sure.
Why would that mean that?
Just go with
Because I'm older than that.
Oh dear.
No, I'm talking about like IRL. But okay, so moving along.
I meant in real life.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
you're
why I
older?
was laughing when you guys were talking about your first gaming experience with N64.
We must sound like a bunch of scrubs to you then.
No, not at all. I had the
Quick, Corbin, the D&D quote.
and the Atari and
Dungeons and
the-
Dragons is a tabletop role-playing game.
That's right.
Yeah, we're here to
This
play
is-
D&D.
this
We've
is
had
fancy,
enough
Right.
Better.
Okay. So
We've had
yeah.
enough
So you.
fans.
So you. Okay. So we've got the introductions. Do you want to? I don't know. Say anything specific to anybody? I guess.
I mean, I can't really think of a whole lot. If there's anything in particular that you guys would like to share with your new party member before picking a direction and fucking going.
I'll watch and learn.
All right.
Fantastic. Then in that
Have
case,
will travel.
let's not waste any more time in this lovely corpse room. I feel the need to make a bit of progress before we inevitably die a horrible death inside of this dungeon.
I mean, maybe you
So-
will. You're the one who almost died.
And so, as you guys can see, there is a door to the northwest and the southwest.
Leviticus suggests the door to the northwest.
In that case, I suggest the door to the southwest.
I concur.
I was gonna go southwest.
Well, fuck you guys.
Haha.
I guess everyone's going southwest.
Actually, I have a little mirror, don't I?
as a part of your thieves' tools. However, this was
A shit that I can't do it to.
this place was basically initially set up as a fortress. It's called the Sunless Citadel, but it was set up as a fortress of sorts.
That's
the doors,
just false advertising.
yeah. The doors are very close to the. Probably would have a difficult time fitting anything under that you'd be able to see under.
It's a real bitch when they. Yeah, hey, ain't it a real bitch when they want to look under every single door?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was decent enough to explain it away immediately.
Yeah. Okay,
Fair
then
enough.
here.
To be fair, hey, you had my mistakes to learn from.
See, exactly, and that is absolutely.
It's like having a second child.
Yeah. What, you mean ignoring it?
Oh,
That got dark.
that got really dark.
All right, and so
So big gonna kick it in, I say, because I'd rather not get stabbed, and Handsome over here probably doesn't want to get stabbed again.
I'll be honest, I feel as though once or twice is enough for me.
Yeah, no, I can understand that.
Also, don't think I didn't catch that handsome remark, you flatterer, you.
Oh, no need to fiddle with those marks. I'll be handling those, Grant.
I'm just playing with it.
All right. Oh, you know what? I should actually probably check something.
Did someone say playing?
I actually did not. So.
I was trying to put the values in the red and the green.
Oh no, I'm basically taking care of that for you. And then, did I wind up putting your quiver on a thing?
You were gonna put that on red.
On red. All right.
And you hadn't determined what the blue was for.
Oh, the blue we're basically going to be using for temp HP, except for Dylan. He's going to have to do some finagling because he's got too many resources.
It's okay. I'll keep track of it. I'll keep track of it on my character sheet.
Yeah. And
Cool.
Class resource and save. There you go. There you go. It's handled. All right. So, and Gron, in a rather aggressive and mannish fashion, like he absolutely loves to do, he winds up booting open the door.
They invented doorknobs for a reason, friend, but if you have any sort of daddy issues you need to work out, then I'd rather it be on inanimate objects than the rest of the party. Anyway, what's going on in this neck of the woods?
Seems pretty empty here.
It's fucking nothing.
All right, and the masonry walls of this 20-foot wide hall are in poor repair. The far end has collapsed, filling the southern section with rubble. The western wall is in much better shape than the other walls. It holds a stone door with a rearing dragon carved in relief on it. The door has a single keyhole situated in the rearing dragon's open mouth. And up, if everyone could stop moving for me.
Whoop!
Because congratulations, you, sir.
Get to roll initiative.
You have won the grand. Hey, no, you go back to where.
Go back.
Go back.
Go back to where you were. You
Go
fucking
back
Peter.
to where you were.
You fucking weenie. But yeah, you, sir, have won the grand prize.
They're multiplying.
Well, I saw the
As soon as I can
carving on the door, and I started fiddling with my pendant.
All I want is for my barn to multiply.
All right, give me a. That's the wrong thing. I'm just gonna leave that there. Little sneak peek into the next room.
The next
You're
room.
all struck with a clairvoyant vision of 3 feet into the next room.
Okay, and you've been surprised by a giant rat.
Holy shit!
Oh no, not a giant rat!
I don't believe they exist.
I
And
thought
now,
we were adventurers, not pest control.
Morty!
Ooh, not bad.
However, the rat has surprised you.
So surprise round.
Yeah.
Then go over here.
Um,
I'm sorry, Dylan. I rolled you a not very good initiative, but it's slightly better than Corbin's.
Don't worry, I always
How
roll bad.
dare you? All right, and let me guess. I still have that set to.
Yeah, I rolled.
Hey, you know what?
I would not
Never mind.
take too much pride in being faster than Damien. I know I keep saying it, but he's very, very drunk.
Constantly hungover.
Like he sees the rat and he's like, "Oh jeez, we're getting ambushed by 3 rats."
I feel like at this point you shouldn't even be surprised because you're just like, hold on, wait, what?
Would that give him disadvantage on perception checks?
I'd say it would be
I'm used to it at this point. I've been doing this for the past 5 years of my life.
All right, and then just gotta turn, and then that rat is going to have a bub it up, and I'm just gonna bub it up. All right. But normally Rob would have the grace of having the first turn, but rather unfortunately, fuck you. And just like that, the giant rat, on being rather rudely interrupted by a certain ranger, decides to scamper up and wishes to take a bite of your tasty elf meats.
Lucky.
I rolled initiative. It didn't.
Gross.
Oh, you gotta click on your character first.
Yeah.
I did.
Like, well, you know what I'll do is add turn.
Oh, no. Click on your character icon on the map, and then click.
Well, yeah, I already added it in.
Well, okay, then, because fuck me, then.
Who would?
But for
Wow,
future reference.
I have the highest charisma in the party.
And
Right,
it's
and
What's your charisma?
18.
All right, so with that, I am rather sorry. Do you see that green bubble above your head when you click on your token?
Who are you talking to?
Grant. All right, so what I want you to do, click on the green bubble so that a little bar opens up on it, and I want you to type in -3, enter. Congratulations, you've taken your first points of damage.
Before you've done any attack.
All right. And with that, we wind up skipping Damien's turn because he is also surprised and...
Sorry, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Rats, hello.
Yeah, exactly. And just to basically reorganize everything, just going to do that. And with that, Rob, you just saw someone get bit by a rat. How dare they?
Me skewer. 1, 2, 3. So do I get sneak attack since it's attacking what's his tits?
Basically, since there is a target that is an enemy to the person that you're trying to attack adjacent to them, you do get sneak attack bonus.
I'm assuming
you forgot your regular attack roll.
Well, yeah, well, different hit. I just clicked that right away.
Oh, all right. So with that, yes, that is in fact a hit for a whopping 6 damage. And this rat is already looking like it's having a very bad day.
Tag, he's it. So
And
is
so-
that the cleanup crew for this thing? I
And
wanna
so
get
with
it
that,
dirty.
a certain someone who is standing outside, there appears to be a ruckus coming from inside.
He'll walk in through the door, look over, see there's a rat, spell sniper, Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me of Eldritch Blast every time, by the way. I think I've got it memorized now, so you don't need to keep adding it in. Make the roll.
Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
And with that, I don't even need you to roll for damage, but you know what? Because you wanted to anyway. With that, the incredible force of your arcane prowess sends the rat basically flying back into the wall, where it then collapses.
For the record, I softened it up.
Actually,
Like holding up the sword and everything.
Yeah. Funny thing about that, Nate. You actually failed to kill it by a whole single point of damage.
No, I figured.
So you actually did. You actually did only barely just kill it. All right, I am gonna have to zoom out some. And so with that, the rat has perished.
Well, I
I
was
wouldn't mind looking at the thing on the wall now that we're done.
Yeah, basically,
Control.
this door over here.
Well, if you guys are done tormenting the local wildlife, I'm going to check out whatever's behind this door here.
Are we still
And I
on
open the
initiative?
door.
You are not. Thank you for reminding me.
Because I
I
can't
wanna know,
zoom.
if the door is that nice, can I steal it?
I open the door.
Sorry to say you cannot, as it is locked.
Well,
A locked door. If only we had some dashing, demonic, beautiful-looking person who could deal with such a thing.
hey, if
Just
you could
unlock the
stop
door.
using your hands to jerk yourself off for a second and use them to pick this lock instead, I would be eternally grateful.
I suppose. Can I fuck about with it then, or is it one that I actually can't?
Well, as you go to interact with it, you find that the door is actually, hold on a second. Let me take a quick read here. Let's see.
What'd you say the door was made out of again?
Excuse me. Basically, the door is, it's a very fancy metallic piece. Or no, not metallic. A stone door with a rearing dragon carved in relief on it. A single keyhole situated in the rearing dragon's mouth. For those of you that have proficiency in Arcana, which I assume is 2 of you.
Yep, I am proficient.
You happen to find that you also happen to notice something magic at the door.
You said magical?
Yes.
Can I inspect it closer?
If you wish.
All right, I'm going to do.
Shouts at Rob. I think that door's magic.
So I'm
Watch
not going to
out.
play Dragon Dentist.
I crit.
With that, you happen to find that the door has also been placed under the effects of an arcane lock spell. Basically meaning that it is going to take more than simple thieves' tools to get to the other side of the door.
You know, doors are bullshit.
Robin, I'm afraid that you've been bested by a piece of stonework. Don't worry, it happens to the best of us.
It is also worth remembering that a person of significant brawn may be able to temporarily make their way past the arcane lock, basically out-muscling it.
Yo, Muscle Wizard, cast Fist.
Or I'd say shoot, kick it open.
Well, I mean, it's a very heavy stone door.
Oh, wait,
very
is it
heavy.
stone?
It's stone.
Where's the raccoon boy? Leviticus, where is he?
He's at the other door.
You, boy, over here to my side.
Come here, boy. Come here.
Yeah, he just stands there and just kind of
Come
looks at you.
on.
Gron looks over to Leviticus. Hey, man, would it be possible for you to take a look at that door? So,
look, I have a plan, and I need your help.
Leviticus walks over to the door.
Now, this door has been enchanted by someone outside of our party to remain closed. And I believe that if enough significant force is applied, we may be able to brute force our way through.
Now, I feel like I worded this poorly. When I said brute force, I mean literal brute force.
Yep.
Not magic.
As in, like, literal, like, manpower. Elbow grease.
So, it sounds like a job
Are you
for
saying
me.
that we can't Eldritch Blast the door open? Because
I'm not saying that you, well...
Look, all I'm saying is two focused Eldritch Blasts.
I would have to check some... Or
you could just make a DM call.
Well, I think here's the thing.
No, I mean, when I say that, I mean specifically to the hardness and HP of stone.
Well, I was about to say, because if we Eldritch Blast it, we're literally, it's not going to break it open, it's going to destroy the door.
Yeah.
So we're either breaking the door open, or we're just breaking the door.
I'm okay with that.
Look, either would work.
I mean, it's not like we need...
Is there anything written on the door?
Absolutely nothing.
Two competent Eldritch Blasts squared center right at the focal point of that piece of stonework would probably do the trick.
We could.
What do you say? Want to give it a shot?
We could first check the other door. Just maybe there's something we can give that.
No, this door has insulted me. It's a matter of pride at this point.
Insulted you? I can't unlock it with my beautiful tools.
Well, I can't unlock it with my whatever. So we've both been vexed.
Maybe the dragon's just thirsty. Pour some booze on it.
Leviticus okay, hang on, wait. So Leviticus walked over. Now he just sighs and walks back to the other side of the room and just sits down and just watches these two guys argue.
Well, I've made my case. I believe it's worth a shot.
We can try opening it, sure. But I don't want to grow old trying to break open a door.
Or, me, the barbarian, can try to...
Yeah, that's what we mean. Like, you
feel free to try, my friend.
Door's probably trapped.
I mean,
I actually agree with the rodent on this one. It's most likely going to end poorly.
It's not like you just got stabbed by a wall, like...
You know what?
Hours ago.
You're starting to grate on me a little bit there. Just a little.
All right. Pretty thief thing. Is there a
You're not
trap on
gonna
this door?
Check for traps.
I mean, sure. I'll at least check if there's actual not magic-y traps.
Well, I was gonna say it's probably not like the trap like with the secret door. Probably more like a magic trap. Like we open the door,
which isn't my
and
thing,
then
but
it explodes or something.
Listen, could I just look to see if it has any physical traps at least?
Certainly.
What would I roll for that?
Absolutely nothing. You are able to basically.
Oh.
Door, as you can see, lacks traps of any mundane variety.
Yeah, I'm gonna step back just in case.
I believe it would be an
you.
investigation though if we do wind up rolling to search for traps.
What am I just going to do a straight strength check?
Athletics. And if anyone would like to help, you're going to need
21.
Well,
Okay,
rather
yeah.
unfortunately, even with a roll as impressive as that, those more arcanically inclined
Well, I was going to say we could have
found very little
too.
success.
I think I might have something.
Yeah. Here, you know what? I'm going to have him do that too then.
I walk up to Gron and I cast guidance on him.
I'm also doing that for him. I'm sorry, Don.
God damn.
I rolled a 7.
I was gonna say the DC to pull this thing open is probably like a 25 or something.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna cast it on both of them.
It requires concentration, however, so you got to pick one.
It does not. Does it? Hold on.
Yeah, duration, concentration, up to 1 minute.
All right. I'll choose Gron
All right.
because he's better.
So we're gonna try again.
Would you care to make another roll? This time adding, is it an extra D4?
Yep.
And with everyone else nearby, I'm going to say that one of them was helping. Which
Doan was. How that works.
A roll of a 25. Yeah, that still isn't quite enough. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, we've tried.
They clearly don't want us getting in there.
We've tried the good old boot method. What do you say we take a more arcane approach to this? And I sort of like grin at Leviticus.
I just make a very. I think
He's still sitting down. He just shrugs.
I'm stepping as far away from.
Roll up your sleeves, boy. We've got work to do.
Use there. I casually point out if there is someone on the other side of that, they're almost certainly aware of the booting.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Don't cross the beams.
Right now. on my signal. 3, 2, 1, and then he casts Eldritch Blast at the door.
All right, and with the two of you working on it, and with the severe amount of desperation with which you have to get to the other side of this door, I'm going to say that after several minutes of concentrated and repetitive fire, you do, in fact, manage to break the door, make it fall clean off its hinges.
Leviticus never even got up. He just was sitting the whole time.
Yeah, just Eldritch Blasting while sitting down.
Yeah, he'd just do the thing, and then he would just shoot out of his staff.
And with that, the door has
Fantastic work, Leviticus. I love the effort. It's very nice to see that you're invested.
Now, as the door
Beautiful
falls off of
lock
its...
picking.
As the door falls apart, for lack of a better word, a hissing noise and a puff of dust winds up coming out, indicating that the chamber beyond has been sealed for a great many ages. Dust, long undisturbed, covers every surface of the large gallery. The air here is quite stale. The 3 alcoves on the north wall, and one on the south, each one contains a dust-covered stone pedestal with a fist-sized crystalline globe resting on it. The globes in the northern alcoves are cracked and dark, but the globe in the southern alcove glows with a soft blue light. Faint tinkling notes issue from it.
Crow walks over and investigates the orb.
And with that, brooding music begins to play throughout the area. Each and every single one of you is able to hear it, in fact. Everyone, make a wisdom saving throw. And it is also worth mentioning, if I remember correctly, Corbin, you actually get to have advantage on this roll, as well as Grant.
I'm glad that I actually rolled well enough for Doan. It helps.
Do I need-
+5 helps.
Do I need to roll it again?
No, that's fine actually. You actually did really well.
That's why I asked.
Yeah. All right, so that 23 is for Casimir.
Yeah.
All right, and so with that, Gron, Rob, and Leviticus find themselves. Well, basically, they all start walking towards this door here.
Well, Leviticus
actually
can't.
in our
There's.
right
I
mind?
was about to say the party's in his way.
Well, I mean, yeah, he also winds up moving through, and you know what? For the sake of basically, what I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna say you were right here, Gron, right here, and for the sake of making this easier for me to keep track of, everyone is going to be going back into
Initiative.
initiative, not for combat purposes, but just because.
Yeah. My initiative was not great.
Oof, crit fail initiative.
Don't.
Yeah, Generis is for the most part fine.
Did I do his right? Okay, I did. I did poorly with my initiative, and I did worse with Doan's. Fuck. And we're still not the worst ones. In fact, better than 2 of them.
I mean, it's not like we're fighting anything right now, so.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it can help.
And so, with that, an incredible amount of brooding music begins to play. And the first person is... the first person in initiative is a Mr. Crow. Now, tell me, Crow, some of your allies seem quite remarkably transfixed by the music, and they seem rather fixated on the door on the opposite end of the room. What do you do?
Pardon, gentlemen. Where's the fire? What's...
And you're going to be spending your turn inquiring?
No, I want to roll to see if I can tell maybe what sort of... Because this is pretty obviously arcane in nature. I want to see if maybe I know what's going on.
All right.
Piece together.
Yeah, if you'd like, you can roll... I'm trying to think of, like, exactly what this would constitute. Like, what exactly are you trying to figure out? The specific nature of the spell affecting the your party, or...
Yeah, maybe what's casting it, or if I know anything about the spell particularly.
All right, I am going to say make an Arcana check.
Okay. No.
You rack your brain, and you don't seem to be able to figure out exactly what the nature of the magic or the music seems to be, aside from the rather obvious it began to play when you approached the crystal. And now, with that,
right.
Going to Leviticus.
Well, I'm going to say something, actually. I'm going to call out to Leviticus and Generis and say, well, bad news, gang. These 3 are charmed. I'm not sure why or what's doing it, but...
No, Casimir is actually the one.
Yes, I hope.
Casimir's... Okay, Casimir's good.
Yeah, she was just. I'll put it. Okay.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to...
I mean, you don't see Leviticus right now. He's in the other room. He hasn't gone in yet.
Yeah, I'm just going to mark everyone that's been charmed.
Yeah, that's a good...
little
good
marking here.
That's good. All right, well, then Generis and... he says
Generis, Casimir, and Crow are all...
If he says, well, bad news, these 2 are zombies.
Right.
I'm not sure what's doing it or what their plan is, but their minds are mush, and I don't know how to stop it. So if any of you have a suggestion, I am all ears.
All right, and with that is the end of the turn. Leviticus, also transfixed by the door, moves 30 feet closer to the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And with that, if you would like, you can make another attempt at that wisdom saving throw, Dylan.
Sure. That was a 15. That's one more than I got last time.
And with that, you manage to shake yourself free of the effects of this strange music that's been playing.
You're still with us, boy?
That thing's magic.
Yes, clearly.
Well, let's see. Since that was just my movement, am I close enough to inspect the thing and try and figure out what it is?
If you'd like to, yes.
All right, let's have Leviticus make an Arcana check.
You also
Exactly the same.
And you also cannot determine anything about it. And
damn, and I have a +3.
all right.
Get up on the door.
And yes, you do.
Perfect.
And the door is also now open as, again, like I said before, you lot are absolutely transfixed.
Any chance I'm able to open, or not open, to try and free myself soon?
Yes, you may do so now. You are still...
You're even more mind-controlled than you were before.
Transfixed. Casimir, your allies... with the exception of Leviticus, they all seem rather, well, you know the situation. What would you like to do with your turn? You seem to know that this strange orb that you are currently standing right next to seems to be having some kind of effect on your allies.
I pick you up and smash it on the ground.
All right.
No, wait, don't!
All right, so...
Unless someone wants to stop me.
Well, I mean, is anyone going to attempt to?
Yeah,
Crow
Crow
would be like, that's probably cursed.
Crow would be like, don't!
Does it anyway.
But,
Do you?
yeah, if Casimir would like to, and anyone would like to try to stop her, I'm going to say that that is going to be contested dexterity saves.
All right.
Well, I rolled
And with
poorly.
that, Damien manages to successfully stop.
Thank God.
Manages to successfully stop Casimir from.
What do you think?
Are you just rolling? Are you just rolling for fun, my dude?
No. To say, you're on the opposite end of the room. You are not close enough to stop.
You shoot Casimir.
She leads up, but then like just chink, she gets an arrow in the back of her hand. Ow!
All right, so Damien grabs Casimir's wrist and is like, "What do you think you're doing?"
I stare menacingly at him.
Oh, you could go ahead and stare menacingly all you want. This is obviously some sort of a very rare magical artifact. We can't just go throwing it around like it's bar mitzvah or something. We need to study this artifact.
What's a bar mitzvah?
Shut up, Leviticus. Listen. You can't just go around smashing things in a dungeon. You don't know what this could do. If you were to destroy this now, it might just shatter their psyches forever.
God, I
Or it'll
wish that
probably
I could
explode
talk.
and we'll all die.
Or it could explode and we'll all die. Listen.
Don't go smashing things like a door.
Okay, well, the difference being one was a door and the other is... You're mind controlled. Why am I bothering talking to you? Look, we need to go about this delicately.
You just hear the sass in your head.
I put that down on the pedestal.
Very good.
Oh no!
Not very
basically,
gently.
he stopped you before you managed to even.
Ah,
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
What was he got a plus? He rolled 6 higher than you.
yeah, so I'm gonna say he managed to stop you before you managed to even touch it. And
Oh,
with that, it is now Generis's turn. Grant, how would you like to spend your turn?
I don't have any way to dispel the charm.
you could try knocking sense into one of us.
Yeah,
Or
try...
the one who's in the doorway.
Say, Generis, you could always try just fucking...
The question I had
Just
though,
hitting him.
and I might have missed it because of all the crosstalk. Did the door open? The door where?
Basically, Rob wound up moving over to the door, and he opened it.
Did this, okay, I didn't know if it opened automatically when the Smiths started playing, or if it was.
No, I opened it.
Okay.
I mean, well, no. I was gonna say. Never mind. I was just gonna say. I think the only 3 people here who would have.
I mean, I
any-
can try to grab Gron and shake him or something.
Oh yes,
Try to
grab the
slap him.
gigantic orcish man. I'm
You
sure it'll
could've
work out
grabbed more stuff.
fantastically for
Yeah.
you.
You could
Well, I'm
Also,
not trying to wrestle him to the
something-
ground. It's just a
Something that I
matter
should have
of.
mentioned earlier. On opening the door, the air is stale in this 20-foot long corridor, which seems to lead to another closed stone door, basically for this room here. All right.
Yeah, I was
so,
just-
does
I was-
Daenerys choose to do anything, or?
I'd just like to make sure I don't accidentally go into the next room.
All right.
Go over and
Daenerys.
smack me as hard as you can.
All right. So, if you are going to use your action to do that, I'm going to say that Gron may make another Wisdom saving throw right now.
Okay.
If that is how
This is
Grant would
gonna-
like to spend his turn.
Like he snaps out of it and then she punches him. Like, hey, I feel a lot better.
All right.
Nope.
And you still seem rather remarkably transfixed. And with that, unless there's any further communicating that you would like to do, that is the end of your turn.
I was gonna say, I think the only other person with enough magical expertise to maybe figure out what this thing is would probably be Casimir. I mean, she's a druid. I mean, it's nature magic, but maybe.
And
Yeah,
with
that
that,
shit ain't natural.
Gron, you use your movement to basically go all the way to where I just moved you.
Okay, so
I like to
can't
imagine
make
like,
a
in the
save.
trance, I'm holding the door open for him.
I mean,
Oh,
you know,
he's
I'll
not
say
on
since
the line
they
like
tried
this.
to make you, since they tried to wake you up, I'll say yes. With it being the, yeah, you can make a save.
I mean, I don't expect to get anywhere with this roll, but
You can.
Ooh, so
Yes, you still fall short. And Corbin, now that we are back to your turn, I would like you to make another Wisdom saving throw, with advantage, of course.
Got it, boss.
You managed to still successfully save. How would you like to spend your turn?
All right, Damien's going to pick up the orb with his gloved hand and try his absolute damnedest to discern the nature of this fucking sphere.
And with that,
Zero.
everyone, congratulations. The music becomes much, much louder.
Oh boy. You made it
Everyone,
worse.
for those of you that are not charmed, make another Wisdom saving throw.
Just cover it up.
I'm good.
Son of a bitch.
Actually,
going good.
believe it or not, Damien, you are not.
I'm not good.
Believe it or not, Casimir is the only one that remains
Oh no,
God damn it.
not like this.
Yeah, just had to go into the south room. Couldn't go to the north one like Leviticus asked.
Or like I suggested once we had found out that there was a locked door.
All right. And so, Leviticus, he attempts to make his way through, but
Crumb's too
perhaps mercifully, yes, his party members are rather large and seem to be blocking his way.
Excuse me.
However, a certain tiefling manages to shimmy his way through the door to here. And
Wisdom.
no, actually. Remind me what your AC is for me.
13.
This is what happens when you touch random magic junk.
Just cover it up.
Throw a blanket on it.
Put a little fence around it.
Smash it. Oh wait.
Sugar peas.
All right. I'm trying to remember how to do like self-whispered rolls.
GM roll.
Oh, thank you.
you've doomed us all.
Not all
Yeah,
of
you-
us.
Yeah, everyone but me.
Oh.
Yeah.
The only person who matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just say fuck it and leave.
Like we all just walk off into a pit and all, follow our deaths, and then Joan's just like, yes, now I'm the star of the show.
Wait, he
So,
wasn't
Nate.
before?
As you move to that point that I specified, you trigger a mechanical pressure plate.
Of course.
An arrow fires from above the corridor, and you take 4 piercing damage.
This is bullshit.
However, as this is the same part of your turn, you manage to make your way to the other end of the... And
Oh, boy.
you find yourself cleared of the charmed condition.
Oh,
Oh god, is this what it feels like to be fucking Damien? Oh.
All right, and so, Casimir, you are now the only person left that doesn't seem absolutely transfixed by the song.
Since you
Great.
can't see me.
Now might actually be a good time to smash the orb.
Mm-hmm.
That's up to you. I
Yeah, that didn't work so well when.
I mean, that was when he
other
picked
man
it up.
He stopped you before, but now he is too transfixed.
He's
But I'm
hurt
also
Smash it?
holding the thing.
Yeah, he
Yes.
is still holding it, so...
You
Yeah,
could
but he's
smack
mindless
it out of his hand.
No, just pull out your club and just bash it. Wham.
I mean, it's up to you.
He's got a glove on.
How far away is he from me?
Oh,
You're right next
he's
to
like
him.
right next to you. You're still standing right next to each
Oh,
other.
so I can just like grab it out of his hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or slap it out of his hand.
Or cut his hand off.
I mean, does it? Because it might be the fact that he picked it
With
up.
your club.
He's gonna hit you really hard.
Break his hands
Yeah, I break his hands.
with the club.
What is it with this adventure in my fucking hands?
It got stronger when he picked it
Well.
up, and he so that's a logical.
So, so what you're telling me is that you are going to basically take your club and actually try to smack his the hand that is holding the crystal. Yes.
Yeah, I try to like t-ball it.
All right. So, Nate, would you like
Crit fail,
to?
you fucking nailed it.
Question: Are you going to be shillelaghing this mother?
No, well, no, I don't have.
You can
the
cast it
things
as a
for
bonus action. So.
Do it.
I don't have the. I don't have the materials.
Watch
for
her
it, do I?
miss and just nail me in the nose.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Well, why
So,
were you? Well, that's what
are you
get for
going to
holding it so
simply
close
try
to
to
your
attack
face.
it?
I was trying to inspect it!
Well, that's what you get for touching a magic item.
I don't have. I don't think I have the materials for shillelagh, don't it? Do I?
No, shillelagh. Basically, you just basically need the wooden weapon, which I think we agreed that that your mace was just like an extra heavy wooden club and would be susceptible to shillelagh.
Yeah, sure, shillelagh.
So do I click on Shillelagh then?
Click on shillelagh.
Oh, wow! Double crit fail.
I cannot believe
Going?
Oh boy!
I'm
So with this,
actually
right in the nuts.
I'm
with it.
so mad.
Oh no!
Right in the nuts.
Double crit fails. Oh fuck.
all right.
Wow.
So,
You did that on
roll
purpose.
roll for damage for me.
You did that on purpose.
15.
I'm about to kill a man.
All right.
Oh,
So,
wow.
15. I'd be insta dead.
Crow. You do manage to drop the with a blow like that. You do wind up dropping the crystal, but you take 5 points of
Magic.
5 points of damage.
Okay, where does he club him out of curiosity?
Basically, like
Okay.
right in the elbow. That is actually like legit gonna need setting after this.
Yeah, what is with his
I'm allowed
arms
to do
getting?
this because I can heal him afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I make another wisdom save
Yeah,
after
he-
that,
since he
please?
has-
It was a rather sharp blow. I'll permit it.
Will he
do
remember
not make
that I
it.
hit
So what,
him?
happens, so what happens when the orb hits the ground?
Wait, when he comes
it
around,
chips
will he
slightly,
remember
and
that I hit him?
The orb,
Wow.
well, the orb is chipped and ever so slightly damaged.
But yeah, that is a question.
And with
Do
that-
you remember if he hit him? Or she hit
Oh, definitely.
No.
Yeah, you
Like,
remember.
basically, you are all charmed and just compelled to move through this door to the end of this hallway.
I'm just like down this hallway now, regaining my senses of, oh my god,
Yeah.
something
Realizing,
amazing just happened.
realizing there is an arrow in you.
Oh yeah, sweet. Can I add an arrow to my like number of arrows?
If you please.
Yeah.
Hey,
All
Nate,
right,
can
and with
you
that,
take a screenshot of the
Generis.
room?
1, 2.
Oh yeah, actually I should. Yeah, that'd be helpful. Also,
All right, and Generis, I'm going to, or
I'll
Grant,
do it.
I'm going to move you to here, and if you like, you can make another Wisdom saving throw.
I'll do it from where we were earlier.
You are still very much
I'll
transfixed.
just do that whenever there's a new room. That's probably easier.
Yeah, that is the end of your turn. And with that, Gron, you also wind up moving through, and what is your AC?
It is 13.
The exact same as mine.
Okay. And you also take 3 damage, Gron.
Hey, I took 4, not 3. It's not also.
Mm-hmm. And you also manage to end of the room, and you are cleared of the charming effect.
Bond's about to say something.
Oh
no.
boy. What's he gonna say?
I mean, he is playing Hearthstone.
Probably.
I thought I was playing Overwatch.
Wow, this shit works. I'm scared now, guys.
Oh boy. And with that,
Maybe he
Dave,
got duped.
Yeah, well, the person.
So,
You got the part without the butter in it.
Butter.
all right, so Damien, with getting clubbed like that, you are still very much charmed. You wind up moving to here, unable to move much further past your allies. And with that,
Roll it again.
you may make another wisdom saving throw. Still charmed, rather unfortunately. And the brooding music is honestly almost deafening, one might say. And with that, we get to Leviticus.
I just want to say, so, what was it? Generis rolled a 20 and didn't save, right?
Generis rolled a 20?
I don't know. I just see there's a
You said
wisdom.
I had advantage. You said I had
Oh shit,
advantage.
Generis did wind up making it. Fuck.
That's why I was-
You don't. No. When you have advantage on something, you don't need to roll twice because the game rolls twice for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, basically the larger of the two numbers is advantage. The roll on the left is standard.
Okay, because all I was gonna say is.
Okay, so you actually did wind up still failing it because
Correct.
I'm calculating it
Correct.
based off of your first roll. But if
Okay.
ever I say roll something with disadvantage or advantage, that means just the larger or smaller of the two rolls that you are given.
Gotcha.
All right, and with that, you wind up basically moving through to here, and remind me of your AC, please.
0.
It is 12, but I have a question. Am I allowed to do anything as a reaction?
I mean, you are going to be moving regardless, but it's basically an arrow that comes out of the ceiling and hits you.
All I was just gonna say is I have the new spell I gave myself is shield, which basically as a reaction, basically when I get attacked by something, like something triggers like trying to hit me, like try to get hit with something, I can add +5 to my AC.
All right, I will say that that you can use reactions as normal.
All right,
So with shield, what is your armor class?
17.
And with that, you manage to wade through. There is an arrow that is coming directly. Hand wave it away almost.
Well, no,
And
basically
clatters to the floor next to you.
Yeah, basically what the spell does is like a magical barrier.
I know what shield does.
Oh, okay, well I didn't know.
Yeah. And with that, you know what? I am actually going to make more space visible here. And basically, I'm going to say that you wind up walking straight into Gron. And you are also, again, cleared of the charmed condition. And with that, Rob, we are back to Rob now. Rob, you are...
Uncharmed.
Basically, you are uncharmed, standing right next to a pressure plate, which I guess I should probably make a little.
I was just gonna say, can I disarm the one near me?
Yes, you should be able to. Give me a quick second here. I got to double check the specific numbers.
I believe
you know, make an investigation. No, actually, make an investigation check for me.
Fuck.
Yeah, you haven't quite figured out the. Actually, wait, no, never mind. Since you wound up triggering it, you know the nature of it, and you realize that if you were, you could basically wedge. If you had, like, say, an iron pike or something sturdy that you could slide under the pressure plate, you could keep it from triggering further.
Could just use a dagger.
If you'd like.
Sure, I'll just do that.
All right, and with that, the trap is currently incapable of activating.
Bitchin'.
Mm-hmm. And once again, we are back to Casimir.
Great.
And
Do you
I'm
want to try
going.
smashing it again?
Yeah.
This time without someone in the way.
Well, I was gonna say, I think your shillelagh
Yeah.
should still be in effect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Shillelagh lasts for a full minute.
Yeah, so just keep bashing that thing.
However, before you do so, make another wisdom check for me, as you are still within earshot.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
And you are once again charmed, but
once again,
well, you
For
are
the
now
first
charmed.
time.
I'm sorry. For the first time, you have been charmed.
Once
And,
again, for the first time.
Sounds like a terrible rom-com.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I thought
5,
it sounded
6.
like an 80s.
And basically, you wind up walking over to here, and Generis, it is now your turn. You wind up walking, wind up bumping into the demon man who had just managed to save you from getting hit with an arrow.
God,
And you
excuse
are,
me.
again,
It's getting crowded.
yeah, I know, it is very crowded at the end of this,
Well, I'm
but
excited
everyone
to
is
her.
very obsessed with getting to the end of this hallway. What did I do? I'm sorry. That was not what I meant to do. And with that, Generis is now... I keep clicking the wrong buttons. Generis is now cleared of the charming effect. And with that, Gron, you are now cleared of your strange compulsion to get to the end of this hallway. What do you spend your turn doing? You're basically right next to a door.
And like shoulder to shoulder
and-
with all of us.
Yeah, it's getting very crowded at this end of
Alright.
the hallway.
And I'm no longer...
You're not charmed.
I checked to see if the door is unlocked.
I'd imagine so.
Which it is not.
I opened the door and walked through it.
All right. Well, in an awful hurry to get out of here. There is still the music going, by the way.
Yeah, I would like to get away from this music as fast
Well,
as
it's
possible.
it's very loud right now. Even walking into the room, it is still very clearly.
Sure glad we ran into the magic bullshit room.
I know, right? Who needs
Leviticus is like, why did he touch the magic music orb? You never
Right.
touch the things in the dungeon. That's how you die.
And with that, Damien,
You.
you wind up moving basically to the end of the hallway. Charmed. I mean, you still have 10 feet of movement as well as an action. What would you like to do? The door is now open.
Well, that was a bit of a trip. Say, did Casimir break my arm?
What? No, that was magic.
Because I seem to distinctly remember Casimir breaking my arm, and I'm looking down, and it does appear that my arm is broken.
I don't know what happened, man.
That's what
I
happens
think
when
it
you
was-
touch weird orbs in dungeons.
Leviticus, I don't need my arm to smack you. Please stop talking.
Ooh, maybe you could use it as kind of like a flail and just whip him with it.
I don't need my arm to smack you either.
But you
Hey, at
only
least
have
I had
one
the
good
good
arm,
sense of not
so you
letting
can
you
only
get
smack
shot.
one at a time.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Anyway,
Besides,
I'm in a great amount of pain. Say, what's in this room? And I step inside.
for the record, you could have gotten hurt worse.
You're drunk. You don't feel anything.
All right. And on stepping into the room, I suppose I should have said this when Gron wound up entering, but dust fills this hall like a layer of gray snow.
I love dust.
That's my favorite TF2 map.
Say,
Wait, no.
In the rounded northern end of the chamber stands a 10-foot tall sculpture of a coiled dragon carved from red-veined white
Hey, let's
marble.
touch that too.
hey guys, I'm starting to really hate this song. Anybody else? Or is it just me?
I like the Bee Gees more.
And with
What's a
that,
Bee Gees?
Leviticus, you are free of your charming effect.
Oh, hang on
What
one
do you
second.
do?
Hang on. There's a black line appearing between this room and the next room. If you want to just
Yeah,
clear that
that-
up real quick.
Oh yeah, it's bugging you.
Yeah. Just a
All
little
right.
quick, just a little. Boop, just
There.
there.
Clear.
All right, I guess he'll step into the room. So what's up with the dragon-looking thing?
He's in the
I mean-
hallway. Oh wait, yeah, that's Demon. Never mind.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet.
No, I wasn't. I was asking the DM.
Okay.
Like he looks over at the thing.
It is a 10-foot tall sculpture of a coiled dragon carved from red-veined white marble. It's actually quite stunning.
I bet it comes alive and it's gonna eat us. All right.
You know, Leviticus, on any other day I'd call you paranoid, but after today I'm starting to think you might be onto something.
Leviticus is going to search the room for hidden doors.
All right.
Hidden
Make a
doors or
roll if you
walls?
please. Perception, please.
Not
Well, perception or investigation. I'm going to say, you know what? Just for the sake of keeping it easy, if I say perception or investigation, just for keeping it easy, I'm going to say use the higher of whichever two you prefer.
All right, 18.
You don't seem to see any secret doors here.
Well, we're trapped then, unless we can stop that music.
Well, the way I see it, we've got two options. Either we go back into that room and face the music, so to speak, or we... And I just sort of motion to the dragon sculpture with my good arm. The one that's not hanging limply at my side.
Man, I wonder why that happened.
Wait. Quick question.
Yes.
So, what was it? So I assume she smacked the arm that was holding the orb, right?
Which, if I recall correctly, was his gloved arm.
Which would be the one he casts with.
So fantastic, you've effectively gimped me.
Everyone else wanted me to do it.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was my fault for rolling the double negative ones.
Thank you so much.
Not negative. But no, I was gonna say, for the record, I thought he'd be holding both, and from the angle, it'd be really hard to hit that other
Right,
arm.
so this is going to take a step back away from the dragon, and he's just going to... Because he's
my
suspecting
God.
that something bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of preparing himself,
Yeah.
and that's the end of his turn.
All right. And with that, a certain tiefling rogue finds himself with a disarmed trap. There's talk of a dragon statue in the room behind you. The song is still going, quite strong, in fact. What would you like to do with your turn?
I'm just gonna hum along to it and go quickly, like, no one let me forget my dagger, because I'd rather not leave it in this horrible, dusty hellhole.
Well, how many daggers do you have?
2. I'm sorry, 1 now.
Yeah, you're going to want to...
Yeah, what I'm actually going to do for you is...
Mark it.
Yeah, basically, I'm just going to draw a shape, which is going to be a square, and basically it's a big-ass pressure plate, about that big.
Cool.
Oh, wait, is it one big plate?
It's a big-ass plate.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like 2 separate plates or something.
Yeah.
Okay, it's one
No.
big plate.
No, it's just a really fucking big plate.
Gotcha.
And I'm just gonna saunter into the room, and upon seeing the dragon, I'm just gonna walk over to it carefully, like looking at the ground, because this
Checking for
place-
traps.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't suppose one of you knows a healing spell that is
And-
not currently under the thrall of some sort
Aha!
of ancient evil artifact.
And on stepping within 5 feet of the dragon statue, as you just did,
Roll for
the dragon's mouth seems to begin
Gotta
to...
be careful.
The
dragon's-
I knew it!
I
The
was doing it
dragon's-
carefully.
Can I speak, please?
No.
I'm sorry, Dylan. I know that we've done this to you so many times.
Shoes on the other foot now, bitch!
Yeah, pretty much. But on stepping within 5 feet, the dragon's mouth begins to animate. Those of you that are practiced in Arcana, being the 2 spellcasters of the group,
Well-
you don't even have to roll for it. I'm just going to say that you figure that something like this, considering that the rest of it's not coming alive, you're assuming that it's the effect of the magic mouth spell.
Oh. Okay.
What the fuck's that?
Yeah. Basically, it allows you to record a message at a point.
Huh.
And the dragon sculpture says this: "We come at night without being fetched. We disappear by day without being stolen. What are we?"
Stars.
And congratulations! Little magic door opens up right there.
Christ, before I even have the chance to...
Crow just sort of like slowly turns toward Leviticus and like quirks an eyebrow at him and is like,
Yeah, basically, I'm just
So
gonna
do you have-
mark
do
it
you
with
have- some sort of a riddle book on hand? Is there something we don't?
No,
Or are you just...
I just read a lot of books.
Wow.
I've heard that one before.
I suppose...
Imagine what the creator of that's thinking now.
I don't...
It's not. He's like, look, it's not a bad riddle. It's just It's just an old one. A lot of people have heard it by now.
I feel
Including me.
like I should be impressed, but
It's almost sad.
And
I mean, it's a little sad, and I am impressed, but I'm having a hard time concentrating on much other than the incredibly sharp pain in my right arm.
But yeah, basically the door winds up pivoting open, and you all can sort of see inside it.
Fantastic, tally ho, and I go inside.
It's not your turn.
Oh, we're still in initiative. That's right.
Yeah, basically until everyone is uncharmed.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's how Rob spends his turn, Casimir basically walks another 10 feet. They have 10 more feet or 20 more feet of movement. They are no longer charmed. They are free to basically do whatever the hell they please now.
Hey, welcome back to the land of the living. Please fix me.
Does cure wounds literally cure wounds?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you might want to set his arm first before you heal it, because then we would have to break it and reset it.
Just get it over with. Honest to God, I need this arm.
No, it's like having another elbow, okay?
It's like having another elbow that you can't control for the one arm you need. Look, please just fix it.
Look, Crow. I mean, think about it. Who would you rather break your arm? Casimir or me?
In all honesty, I'd rather not have anyone break my arm, but apparently that's not on the menu for today's special.
Can I have a turn to break
What if
your
I
other
broke
arm?
your other arm?
Yeah, we can give you a matching set.
Hey, here's a novel idea. How about instead of all that bullshit you just said, someone fixes my casting arm, please!
Leviticus actually laughs at all of this.
So, Casimir, you are being very loudly and admittedly rudely, but understandably demanded that you fix the arm of the man whose arm you wound up breaking on accident a moment ago.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I fix his arm while staring menacingly at him.
Ooh,
Stare menacing.
All right, it's decently menacing.
All right, and if you would be so kind as to roll for cure wounds if you're going to be fixing it. All right, so you get 9 health back.
Thank you.
I'm going to say that was a part of the cure wounds.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have just said cure wounds instead.
Well, thank you for fixing my broken bones, and please refrain from damaging the one thing I've got going for me in the future. If you would
Could
be
damage
so
your
kind.
face if that isn't going for you.
And with that,
I don't cast spells on my face.
And with that, I'm going to say that basically, now that everyone is uncharmed, everyone's free to do whatever the fuck.
All right, tally ho, and I go inside.
Also,
Oh, no.
under my breath, I say, maybe if you stop touching literally everything in the dungeon.
Yeah. Wait, is it just loud enough? Leviticus hears it, and it's just like.
It's not loud enough for Crow to hear it because he's have to touch more things in the dungeon.
Wow.
And then Leviticus is
I'm
like.
gonna go behind you 'cause I want to join the touching crew. This looks like my kind of room.
Leviticus is like standing outside the door looking in.
All right. Dust cloaks the contents of this 20-foot wide hall. 6 alcoves line the wall, 3 to the north and 3 to the south. Each alcove, except the southwest one, holds a humanoid figure carved of red-veined white marble. The creatures resemble tall elves in plate armor. A stone archway at the west end of the hall opens into a wide room from which greenish light glows. A dark pit is situated before the archway.
I bet these ones come alive and will kill us.
Well, this seems welcoming.
I could try flying across to see what's there.
I mean, be my guest. I'm going to sit this one out if it's all the same.
What are in the alcoves again?
The alcoves hold figures, red-veined white marble. They resemble tall elves in plate armor.
Actually, can I check just the space directly in front of me to make sure there's no trap right there?
Oh, certainly.
I mean, what was it?
Okay.
Daenerys, I suppose she's an elf. She could maybe take a look, see if she could identify what type of elves they might be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I wanted to look. I wanted to examine the sculpture before moving through the room.
Yeah.
All right. But wait, did you wind up following everyone into the new, when they all wound up flowing in, or?
No, I wanted to examine the room before moving through it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm cool with
There's
that.
too much rushing through because that's
Everyone's
is there
moving
to
too
roll
fast.
something for like a perception check or?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Is trying to get a look at this before I fly over it and try to avoid pressure plates entirely.
Because I see it as maybe a guardian or some kind of whatever. I want to look at without getting too close. I want to look at the sculpture and see
Like
if
the
there's
dragon statue?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I think
outside of the riddle that wound up speaking to everyone a moment ago, that was immediately answered by Leviticus.
Seriously,
It seems rather mundane. However, while you are inspecting the dragon statue and Leviticus is sort of standing outside, sort of peering into the room, the door swings closed again.
Great.
Vegas is like, damn it!
Well, we've lost Encyclopedia Britannica back there, so
Excuse you, fantasy. It's like Encyclopedia Britannica.
I hope to.
It's worth mentioning,
Encyclopedia
however,
Fantasy
that-
Britannica.
Yeah.
Good sir.
It's worth mentioning, however, that it seems to be a rather mundane door from the side that you are on, Damien.
Hmm.
So in other words, they get.
Damien walks over and tries to open the door.
It opens.
Fantastic. Get inside.
With little ado.
Little Apu.
Should we wedge the door open with something like a door stop?
I mean, does anyone have any items that they'd be willing to utilize to just
Actually-
hold it open?
Is it okay if I quickly re-grab my dagger? I can put it back later.
Oh wait.
If you like.
Oh wait a second.
I'll just
Oh
say I
wait a
did
second.
that
We don't
one
have to.
thing.
We can open it easy from this side. It doesn't matter. Never mind.
Yeah.
So there's nothing in that room.
Dragon
Just
one.
the dragon statue.
Vegas is like, stop messing with the statue.
Say, new arrival. We are moving on.
But yeah, is the space directly in front of me trapped at all? Since I...
Not at all.
Okay, yeah, then I'm gonna step there. I'm gonna kind of look around the
As
corner.
far as you can tell.
Yeah. Okay. But
Roll
I just
20.
wanna-
I should see all the traps.
I very carefully like peer around the corner at the statue to.
It immediately
See.
stabs you in the eye socket and you die.
Yeah, probably.
I mean...
It manages
this-
to come out and break your hands again.
God damn it! It like makes a beeline for Crow and just breaks all his fingers.
That seems to be
Crow's
really
just like,
creepy.
I don't know what I
All right,
expected.
Basically, I'm just kind of
Ron
looking at
goes
that.
over to the first statue and
Oh,
pokes
no.
it.
Oh no.
Not even gonna inspect it.
That
No,
didn't
but
work
you're
out so
in
well
front.
for me, friend.
And then the statue chops your head off, you're dead!
No.
No, you're fine, though.
Leviticus is like, everyone stop
Statue.
touching everything.
Would you prefer that we stop that we touch nothing and just spend the rest of our days in this dungeon, Leviticus? Honest to God.
We'd probably live longer.
God, you're no fun.
Absolutely no fun at all.
Just saying. One option, we potentially die
But,
now. Other
You know
option-
what, Leviticus? If it's living like you, I don't think I want to live longer, and I step down the hallway.
Yeah.
All right, and it's worth mentioning that all of the little alcoves have a little statue in them,
Yeah.
with the exception of this one here that I just put a box around.
Well, for now, I'm first looking at this one to make sure there's not
Don't
like
play box.
tra-
Hey Nate, show me the box.
box. It's the box is just around the
Basically,
Middle
the middle bottom.
middle bottom.
Crow's going to step right here and kind of glance into this alcove.
Would
Did you set
that
off any
be a
traps?
perception check?
Sure.
If he didn't set off any traps, I'd like to follow him. Stick to the middle spot.
18.
You find that the dust in that little spot there has been disturbed. There are tracks running through it. Very, very, very small tracks.
Are you sure that isn't the one to the left of it, considering I can actually see tracks on the map?
I'm going to follow the tracks, see where they go.
But-
Oh,
It was
wait,
probably just
no,
an-
that-
Yeah, Mason, you
Oh,
did
it's
the
this.
wrong one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oops. I'm
And
sorry.
for the record, I'm gonna be flying the entire time to not touch the ground. Then
Well, I mean, like,
As long
there's not enough ceiling clearance, though.
not even enough for me to get like a foot off the ground.
I mean, like, with
Hey, look, it's
demon
not-
wings, for someone of your size, it's going to be very difficult to
Oh.
even bobbing stay.
Yeah, I was gonna
a foot
say
off
you're
the
not
ground.
you're not the gnome hovering on his broom.
Yeah, but I can hope.
Yeah, no.
Like
I
you're a
can't-
bit more limited with your flight. this
Yeah, but
time.
I also can't see the ceiling.
All right. So the tracks they lead directly into the pit. I'm guessing.
Over the pit, actually. I should have actually cleared this. I'm sorry.
Hey, maybe you can try
somebody
walking
used
over
a
it
statue to make a
have
bridge.
I mean,
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to step to where these tracks end at the edge of the pit,
Hmm.
and I'm going to use my cane to sort of, like, tap off the edge of the pit.
Well, I mean, you can tell that it's 10 feet deep, and the bottom is quite clearly filled with spikes.
He's more checking to see this invisible floor.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, nothing of the sort.
All right, I'm gonna go inspect, like, the area. Is there any sort of? There's no pedestal or anything there. It's just empty.
You know, I actually gotta read this. I gotta reread this because I've been DMing like an idiot. It's been a rough day at work. Be nice.
Oh, believe me, dude,
no,
I've been there.
fuck you.
No, fuck you.
No,
Right,
fuck
so-
you.
Yeah, it turns out that I am a big dummy head.
And we're all dead.
No, you're all fine.
Fuck.
But
Most
yeah,
of it.
basically the empty alcove, this one here.
Bottom left.
Yeah, bottom left actually. The one that has little tracks coming off of it that you can see.
Excuse me. So yeah, the tracks seem to lead from this empty alcove over the pit and into this strange room that you see beyond that seems to have a rather large coffin in it.
Going to be one of those dungeons. All right.
That is kind of what the word dungeon implies.
Oh, the wood dungeon can imply a great many things, my friend.
Yes.
Anyway.
Sunshine
Alright,
isn't one of
so-
those things.
So,
I mean, the first one's
Ron.
debatable.
Ron is going to long jump over the
God.
spikes.
All right, and
Here we go.
considering that your strength score,
Is
what is it, 18?
17.
Yeah, you definitely clear it with room to spare.
Yeah, especially if he gets a running start. Yeah, he's just got 10 feet to clear.
I have
Yeah. And with that, the area becomes revealed, and
Oh,
roll for initiative.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I know. There's been a lot of that, hasn't there?
oh fucking.
The fuck is that?
God damn it. Oh, wait.
What do any of us roll for initiative or just him right now?
Oh, I mean,
Mm-mm.
Well,
I wanna know what
if he
I know,
screams, yeah.
I'm getting it. I was getting a better one.
I'm gonna say yeah. Screw it. Everyone does it.
Okay. Copy paste.
Make sure to set this to whisper only.
Yep. I don't know why they weren't auto whispered like in.
I mean,
It's weird. Whatever.
I'm not too worried about it, to be totally honest.
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I was using the ruler tool. That's like the only time I forget to do it was when I do that. Whatever. And then click that. Casimir. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, this one actually was set to always. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I think I did it earlier. Oh.
I'm gonna zoom all the way in just to see what the fuck that is. That thing looks creepy.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it in just a second.
It looks like a bat.
Looks like a gremlin. Don't feed it after midnight.
All right, and if everyone is now
That is what we
the-
call a snooky.
Snooky wants smush smush.
All right, but as at least one of you isn't capable dark vision, this little quasit winds up being well aware of your approach, as at the very least, a certain Dell and a certain
No.
or not Dell, a certain Crow and a certain Rob need
certain Leviticus?
night vision assistance.
I should have it, shouldn't I?
No, that was one of the things that you wind up losing as a feature of being a feral tiefling.
And also, Leviticus can't see in the dark.
I would assume that I would think Leviticus has been holding a torch most of this time. He likes fire.
All right, so with that, you have been surprised. Basically, right now, Jot's got the drop on at least a certain Barbarian.
Barbarian. That was a
Can I
really
cast
good shot.
guidance on myself?
Does it say that you can cast it on yourself, or does it specify a friendly target?
It says one willing creature.
That you can touch?
Yes.
Then I believe you can cast it on yourself.
Great.
I mean, I touch myself all the time. Haha.
Anyway,
Masturbation. It's all about loving yourself.
It really is.
don't hate masturbate. Anyway.
All right. So, Jot, on being rather rudely interrupted, basically winds up coming up to here. He's in full cover for those of you that are basically on the other side of the pit.
Yeah.
And he wants to claw at you.
Armor class is 13.
All right.
How do
Well,
I have a higher armor class than you.
He's a
yeah. Are you sure that
barbarian.
your armor class is being calculated correctly? Because it should be your dexterity modifier plus your constitution modifier.
And do you use a shield?
He does not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me quick take a look at your thing. I should be able to fix it a little bit.
Yeah, if you change one of
Yeah, custom con plus dex. Less. He gets a +1 there, +2. Okay, so his armor class actually is only supposed to be 13.
Really? What's his constitution and dexterity?
His constitution is, well, basically, he has +1 to dexterity, a +2 to constitution. The only reason that Jakaj's was so freakish was because of that extra halfling dexterity. Plus, he used a shield.
Yeah, that would explain. Yeah, you're right. That would explain why it's. You need to either invest in a shield or definitely invest in like some more like constitution.
Invest in becoming a halfling.
Invest in a polymorph, you fucking idiot.
Brushing off his legs.
All right. Well,
Cutting off his legs gives him a bonus to dexterity.
Isn't that what happens?
well.
No, we only cut it off down at the knees, and then we sew his feet back on like cotton from King of the Hill.
It's basically a green.
Wait, but before
I ain't got no shins.
No, but hang on. Before he does that, he has to kill Fitty Men.
Yeah.
I kill Fitty Men.
Yeah. Thankfully for you, this strange demon creature winds up missing, and everyone else, done with being surprised, you happen to see the vague shape of something clawing at your barbarian friend.
Oh,
Did I take damage?
You did not. He missed, thankfully.
it bounces off your taut chest.
Hey, you should back up. You should back up to where we can see the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Rob's turn.
I'm trying to decide, like, I don't know
Just
if I'd be
for
able to
future
run
reference
and
to
jump
the
across this
barbarian.
easily.
You would not be able to get yourself to a point and stab it.
Well,
However,
not stab, but get across.
yeah, you could definitely get across.
Yeah, you can fly across.
Yeah. If I can actually
Basically,
do that,
you would be like right next to him, right behind him.
then fuck it, I'll do that if I'm so allowed.
Yes, sir.
Just use my, if I have to, even just use my wings to kind of glide a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a problem. But you still have an action that you could utilize, and 2 daggers that you could throw.
Oh yeah, I could, couldn't I?
Yeah.
I don't know what throwing a dagger would be like. Is it just dagger stab, but I throw it?
Yeah. Yeah, basically it's the same exact modifier, same exact.
Because I'm
everything.
so large and I'm in front of him,
And-
does he have disadvantage?
Actually, the Quasit has a +2 to its armor class from light cover. However, with rolls like that, you wind up hitting anyway.
Haha. Enga.
And if you would be so inclined, as the Quasit has in...
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I also
And-
like make sure to shout. There's not a whole lot of room, so jumping might get you a little holy.
And with that, Gron, it is now your turn.
I rage.
Okay. Wait, you got our rages brought back on short rest? Because I thought you used all of them before.
I thought they came back at short rest.
I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that they're long rest.
Yeah, I think so. I can double check real quick.
Now,
I'm
checking
actually
right now.
already looking.
I want to know if when
What
you
about
read this,
leveling
if you
up?
just hear a re.
I
I wouldn't think leveling up would reset everything normally, but I don't know.
must finish a long rest before you can rage again. So
Yep,
you
long
actually
rest.
cannot
Face.
rage.
All right. All right. I just slash at it then with great axe after moving.
All right. Make your roll.
Oh.
You seem to have damaged the axe that you spent some time carefully sharpening before coming on the adventure. From this point onward, due to the poor quality nature, the damaged nature of the axe, you are going to take a -1 on damage rolls until you have an opportunity to sharpen it again.
Okay.
I like to imagine like he swings and he winds up going around full circle and hits that altar instead, and like
Or the
just
corner.
No, I'd like to think of it as an overhead swing that's missing the mark.
and like hit the ground and like it really kind of dulled it right there.
Mhm.
Kind of really yeah.
And with that, Generis, Grant, there seems to be a bit of a kerfuffle going. What would you like to do with your turn?
Is there any way to clear that pit next to?
If you have a strength of at least 10, you'd be able to clear it.
Of at least
I only
what?
caught half of that.
10.
10.
Which, for the record, I actually don't have, so that's why I was kind of wondering if I could get across.
Yeah, Leviticus would not be able to jump that.
Yeah,
But
basically,
with the
your
wings.
ability to jump is based entirely off.
No, I understand how to do it. I'm trying to ask a question and nobody's listening to me.
Oh.
I'm trying to ask if I can jump over it and not land here. Is there? No, it's not coming through there.
Yeah.
I don't want to land right next to him.
You
Well, I
kinda
mean,
have to.
as
here.
things.
Like, I don't know how much room there is.
You could, like, you would have to land there, but
Mhm.
then you would have, like, you basically are required to land there, and then from there you can move wherever. However, if you move away from the little closet creature, he would be able to take an opportunity attack.
Okay, then my question is this: if I move here, can I see him?
No.
No, he's
Trying to get an angle to shoot at him.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad idea to jump
basically-
up and have everybody be in a mosh pit in front of this dude.
You could just stand there and wait.
Yeah, if Grom backs up a little more, he could probably.
Let me just stay right here, and then if I get and I'll hold my action until I see him.
Yeah, ready in action to fire an arrow at this strange creature that they seem to be fighting.
Yeah, if I get a glimpse of him and I have a clear shot, I'll take that shot.
All right.
Cool.
And so, Damien, even with the angle that you have, you would not be able to get at this strange creature that everyone seems to be flailing at.
All right, then I'm making the jump.
What is your strength score?
14.
All right, you are able to clear the jump.
Woo!
You got some mad hops.
And now I'm Eldritch blasting this fuck right in the face.
All right, that is going to be a roll made with disadvantage because
Oh,
that's
that's right. It's
spell
right.
attack.
Never mind. I'm smacking him in the. I'm smacking him in the between the eyes with my cane.
Make the roll. And that is just enough to hit him. Roll for
Great.
damage.
Dunk. What is that?
Ooh,
An attempt at something unfortunate, if I had to guess.
I'm assuming you
True code,
probably
Adam.
tried doing that damage.
It's the Matrix.
yeah.
No, I tried clicking Cane Bash to see what would happen.
Yeah, no, it does that.
I was trying to roll for damage.
On my attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's about what happens. I'm
That's
surprised
what
that nobody noticed when I tried to do it back when Dylan was the DM.
Yeah, I did that once or twice too. I just for fun. It just happens.
But with this, the Quasit seeming quite... he seems rather overjoyed at you all attacking it. And he screeches, "I'm free! I'm free! You broke the binding! My watch is over!" And
Oh shit.
he becomes invisible, actually.
So just kind of looks around and then he's like, "Well, that's our good deed done for the day."
Ugh.
But if he's free, what if we're not?
People in the room are going to be the new guardians of that sarcophagus.
I am Sand Guardian, Guardian of the Sands.
Pathetic crimes before. All right.
So you say goes invisible?
Yep, he becomes invisible. I'm just gonna do that.
Balls.
Whoa.
We should probably immediately shout that to everyone else keeping the other side of the pit like cozy and warm.
Leviticus shuts the door.
Good idea.
All right, and with that, I mean,
he shuts the door, and then I was just say that. I mean, shutting the door wouldn't probably be my full action, right? You said it's just basically just like a normal
basically
door.
yeah, it's a normal door. Basically, you can just push it closed as your one free unit interaction. So,
and you know what Leviticus is gonna do?
What?
He's gonna step in front of the door, and I would like to prepare an action.
Certainly.
If a little invisible bugger decides to try and get through him, he's gonna use his mantle of flame and light himself on fire.
God damn.
All right.
Fucking hippie burning man over here.
So yeah.
Relation man. I have a question. Would I, if something goes by me, would I be able to sense it?
I mean, I was going to say they have to go through them in order to jump.
I would say that.
As an elf, do I have
it could fly. I don't know if it can.
As an elf, you are basically granted like permission, proficiency in perception for free. But yeah, I would say that even if something were invisible, if they were to attempt to clear the gap, there would be a notable noise. All right. So basically, readying the action to light yourself on fire. Should anything?
Yeah.
All right. And with that, Casimir, it is now your turn. You are standing over by the door with Leviticus. You heard a screeching, something about finally being free. What would you like to do?
Shit, man. I have no fucking idea.
You'd have to go through
You could
Damien.
wait near the pit for the thing to jump across. You could. What's it called?
I mean, he's got to go through you guys to do it, right?
Yeah.
To jump across the
Basically,
pit, yes.
Yeah, and if you stood right in like basically there's the two spots that are that he'd be able to jump from. If you jump or stay in the one basically across from it, he probably couldn't make the jump that easily. Unless he flew, in which case, but I don't know if closets can fly.
I can't even walk that far, though, in one turn.
You cannot.
Oh, right. You could get adjacent to it. I do believe.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Okay, I'll put you there. Adjacent.
All right. And any actions that you would like to prepare? Just swing at anything that happens to land in an adjacent area?
Yes, I prepare to golf swing at anything that...
Maybe we can break its hands.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, Rob Steelums. Shit! Fuck!
Come on, he's
Robin.
Rob Steelums.
Robin.
Look, we all know he's Rob Steelums. Come on now.
All right. So since
Canon now.
the three of you are now in this room, I feel that now is as good a time as any to
I'm not
grant
gonna...
the description of the area before Robin takes his turn. Violet marble tiles cover the floor and walls, though all are cracked or broken, revealing rough-hewn stone beneath. Sconces are attached to the walls at each corner. One holds a torch that burns with a greenish fire. A marble sarcophagus, easily 9 feet long, lies in the room's center. The coffin is carved with dragon imagery, and the head of the sarcophagus resembles a dragon's head. Rusting iron clasps firmly lock down the lid.
Fucking cozy.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna bother moving from this spot. I want to
probably something evil in there.
What? You know, with the thing that was guarding it as its guardian? Nonsense.
Aside from a mason with some sort of dragon fetish, I'm not sure what we can discern from this dungeon.
In all fairness, you were told
Bro.
that this was used to this was a dragon worship used area.
He
Yes,
said
clearly.
Yeah.
he said Mason.
Yeah, good observational humor there.
That's the name of our dungeon master.
Hey, Crow.
Hmm?
Think you can Eldritch blast that lid off that sarcophagus?
No. One problem at a time.
Yeah.
We have the invisible thing. Let's not have an invisible thing and some, I don't know, undead thing or dragon thing or whatever the fuck is in there.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. First things first, I'm getting away from the pit full of spikes. I'm not sure about you.
It's not your turn yet.
Yeah.
Oh, we are still in initiative.
Basically, you are saying to just be basically sticking there, readying to stab at anything that happens to wander too close.
Actually, yeah, can I look around just to, like, the general area to make sure to see if I can sense the thing anywhere?
If you like.
Looking
Okay,
for
so
secret doors.
Don't let it escape.
or perception or whatever, whichever.
Perception or investigation. And you happen to see strange sets of prints that seem to go from where it was standing to about basically around there and down to about thereabouts.
There, I see literally nothing.
Nothing.
Basically, like a
You
set
sure
of
you
tracks ending right there.
Are you sure you don't accidentally have the GM thing
Yeah.
selected?
Probably.
Just
Go
I
over-
probably do.
You probably it's probably visible to you under GM. You got to make sure you do it as like token or map
All right.
layer.
So basically, from where it's standing, you see tracks that lead to there, and down to here. Basically, right where the arrow is landed.
Okay, so right there, like bottom left kitty corner of that thing.
Yep.
I'm just gonna shout where I think it is, and I'm gonna rush where it is to attack.
All right. Make an attack roll, but you are going to have disadvantage on it.
Of course.
And you wind up stabbing nothing but air.
I'm
So
still.
you really showed him.
However, you do hear
Yeah,
a
at least I
startled
didn't break my
screech,
hands.
Wait, shut up.
and,
What do you say?
basically, while you do wind up missing, you do hear a startled screech, reaffirming that it may in fact be where you think it is.
I just also just mimicking. I'm free. That horrible demon-y voice.
And with that, unless you have any bonus actions that you would like to use,
Don't think I have any yet.
I thought you had cunning action starting at level 2.
Did I?
Oh well.
Wait, no, yeah, I
mean,
did actually.
You did? Well, I mean,
You could
based
cunning
on what-
action. You could cunning action
Yeah.
disengage to go back towards the spikes. To block his. I mean,
Yeah, I'll
unless
do that.
there's a
Something
secret
like-
unless there's a secret door he's gonna try and go through.
Yeah, actually,
What
might
is
as well just do that.
What is this?
I'm gonna do that.
That's just a
that is
glowing.
a glowing green torch.
Okay.
It seems magical in nature.
Ha.
Exactly.
We'll look into that later. One problem at a time.
It might be a portal.
So, Gron, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm kind of
I-
disappointed because I was going to move over to the edge so he couldn't jump across.
But now you could go smash it.
Yeah, you could go try and now you could try and swing at the invisible thing.
Yeah.
All right. So Rob,
Do try
where-
not to kill the poor thing.
Yeah, I just kind of planned exactly where it was the bottom left corner of
Yeah.
the esophagus or whatever.
Yeah.
Esophagus,
So
sarcophagus.
I go over here and I swing. with-
Reckless attack.
Do I have that yet? Is that right?
I thought you did.
I thought that was level 3.
I still think he's going toward that bottom right.
Oh, you're right. It is. Yes, reckless attack.
All right, so you are capable of just making a regular attack roll.
How do I do that one?
You just roll.
I mean, just do an attack.
Basically,
roll.
the advantage counteracts the disadvantage.
Yeah, so it's just
Just
a regular roll. Basically, attack as you would otherwise.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, and roll for damage, if you please.
Nice.
All right, and with that, you hear a blood-curdling screech, and suddenly the creature winds up reappearing, a corpse.
Nice.
Well, I did say not to kill it, but
Well done.
It was gonna escape. Plus, trying to wrestle the invisible thing seemed difficult.
Oh, well. I suppose that someone should be keeping track of the experience values. Give me a quick second here to calculate the XP that is being subtracted from your debt.
Wait,
So what?
why do we have a debt?
No, you guys didn't listen?
No, basically,
weren't there, you weren't there.
oh yeah, Drew wasn't there. Basically, you guys wound up getting level 2 way faster than you honestly were supposed to, because I wound up basically giving all of you guys full experience for everything that you killed, rather than distributing it like I was supposed to.
Yeah, I was wondering what the deal with that was.
So you are currently sitting in an XP debt of 235 experience.
And that includes the rat and the thing we just killed?
No, it does not actually. So, that is 33 subtracted from XP debt for the Quasit Jot, who rather unfortunately did not get a chance to, excuse me, see the light of day. Ever.
Yeah, that's what happens when you live in a dank, dusty...
And then...
I mean, if you want to look at it from a metaphysical level, he is technically still free.
Well,
he's free from everything now.
He's free from this mortal coil.
Well, you know what? Considering that Quasits are demon, I'm going to say that if Leviticus, being ever the pessimist, he may roll to see if he has particular knowledge regarding death.
Oh,
of
come on! He grew up
soldiers.
with demons. He should know all about
He's
this.
basically a
Yeah,
demon.
which is why I'm letting you make the roll with advantage.
All right. So what is it? Arcana, history?
I mean, whichever. Let's call it Arcana.
22.
And just like that, on slaying the beast, you wind up calling out, saying, well, or not call out saying, but you happen to remember that should a demon die, rather than being permanently removed, they are simply cast back into the abyss should they be slain on the material
Yeah, they
plane.
go back. The thing's just back in one of the 9 hells right now. And it can't come back for like 100 years or something.
Well, fantastic. And we've sent it an express trip back home.
Maybe he'll send
All right.
postcards.
And then there's also another for so basically 37 experience taken off of the 235 experience debt.
Good. I hope you're keeping track of that, because I'm not.
Nate, would you be so kind? 235 minus 37.
Wait, what? Who?
Nate, if you would be so kind as to keep track of XP debt.
Sure, fuck it. What is it now?
Right now it should be 198.
That's what we're at total? Okay,
Yep.
I'll just keep marking it down. You just give me a number and I'll send it to myself, because there's no way I'll lose it.
And just like that, I need to take a little tinkle winkle. I'll be back in a second.
Tinkle Winkle, huh?
A man's man.
I was gonna say, dude.
I get the strong feeling like there's probably a secret door in this room.
Nonsense.
Well, the only reason I was trying to point out the torch is the creature went around, so I thought for some reason that was a portal.
No, it's probably, here's the thing, it probably has something to do with that creepy ass coffin. $5 says we open it and then like or maybe the only way we can open it is if we light up all 4 sconces or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably
Put the
either
torch in the dragon's
we're
mouth.
supposed to light up all 4 of the things, or we want to avoid lighting up all 4 things at all fucking costs.
It could be one or the other, which is what I love about this game.
It is literally 50-50. Either lighting the sconces is good or lighting the sconces is very bad.
Well, nothing else in these rooms have been good, so
I
Yeah.
don't like
Which
that.
means we're due for a break.
Which means we're due to get murdered.
I guess it can't hurt to visually look at the coffin without touching it, just to see. I don't know.
I would like to think during this time, like whilst guarding the door, Leviticus pulls out a little book and starts writing in it.
And so, I am returned. I take it that everyone's been socializing or attempting to.
Did
We
you-
made fun of the
Leviticus
way
has
you-
been writing in his journal.
Did you tap?
What?
He took a piss.
Yeah.
Winkle.
Yeah, tinkle winkle. All right.
All right. So how about opening this sarcophagus?
How about we get everyone close?
How
Look
about
at it first.
how about
Somebody
we
want to toss Leviticus a rope? He can't make that jump. All right, don't all rush in at once.
All right, lovely fellows
Can I
over
throw him
by.
across?
I mean, I have a rope. I just got to get across. I can get across first.
I mean,
Leviticus just literally is not strong enough to make the jump. Is all.
yeah, he's a big wimpy babby pants.
Can I throw him across?
He has an 8 for strength.
You have to
Yeah,
toss
that'd be easy.
See, if Leviticus doesn't struggle against being grabbed and thrown, you'd still have to make the.
What's his race?
Tie it around his waist.
He is a human, but he is a very scrawny example.
Oh yeah. He's 5'2".
Probably not strong enough to pick him up. So
Well, I mean, he only weighs like weighs like 125 pounds.
Yeah.
Although he's carrying like he's carrying like 60 something pounds worth of equipment.
Well,
So he's a little shy of. So he's about 200 pounds.
you know, if anyone on the opposite side would not be completely turned off of the idea of touching Leviticus, or Leviticus completely turned off of the idea of touching other people,
Well,
I would say that
toss him
he
a rope,
can.
he'd tie it around himself, and then they could.
Or you could suck it up and stop being a little bitch. No, you're right. That's a stupid option. We both know it would never happen. Who's got a rope?
I got a rope.
All right. Grum, I assume, would just kind of tosses one end of the rope over to Leviticus.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm gonna say that
He probably
Casimir.
ties it to one of the statues, and like just kind of crawls and just kind of shimmies across.
Grom just ties it around his waist.
But yeah, I'd say that Casimir made their way in, and
Jenny.
Generis was also able to make the leap, and basically choose a spot in the room, any spot you'd like, while certain somebodies start breaking open the
Corner.
sarcophagus.
Welcome to the coffin room, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the real parties happen.
Wait, is the body still there of the little demon?
It's began dissolving, just disincorporating into the ether.
nothing there.
Before it goes away all the way, he touches it and lights it on fire, and then walks away back to the corner.
Final petty vengeance.
Yeah, cause fuck.
Thank you for your contribution, Leviticus. You are truly a hero amongst men. All right, how are we doing this?
I mean, do we want to stay this close, or should we have one person?
Well, before they open that, Leviticus wants to search the room for hidden doors.
Might as well, I suppose.
All right, let me quick pull up the little page that I had set up, and also close this little thing.
Not great, but.
God damn it, wrong song.
Right. Man, where the ficus is this info?
Where the ficus? Where the Fergus?
That's why I like having the actual physical book on hand.
Yeah.
Because not gonna lie, Roll20 doesn't really give you all that much on. It's really difficult to try and.
This actually, I think, works.
Am I the only one who's like
I'm just-
infuriated about the fact that like on Roll20 for mostly like class stuff, if there's like choices,
Like, it only shows you
it
one.
shows you one choice.
That's
Yep.
not even
Shut
a
up,
choice.
this is the
then.
good one. So, with a check like that, you do not detect anything.
All
Any
right.
secret doors of any variety.
Secret doors.
Can I? Do you mind if I? Because dragons are my favorite enemy, and I might have some knowledge. Can I roll an investigation or a history check and just visually look at the sarcophagus
Oh, certainly.
for that?
Dragons are your favorite enemy. Well, it's a good thing she's not part of our other D&D campaign. Our dragon's favorite enemy is gnomes, specifically his best friend, whom he's prone to stabbing.
Was prone
yeah.
to stabbing.
But yeah, if you'd care to make an investigation check, I mean, the group that was here, I will say again, was simply a cult that worshipped dragons.
Okay.
Not that any of these people were dragons themselves, but
Honestly,
with
I've
that,
never quite
I mean-
gotten what the hubbub was with dragons.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that, I mean, you don't really seem able to determine anything too particularly weird.
Nothing written on it. There's
Maybe just-
nothing.
Maybe
No, it's
discern
just-
what type of dragon it might be. Well, that'd probably be a
It's-
history check.
Well, it's a sarcophagus. It's a sarcophagus that has just dragon stuff carved into it.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, just carved with dragon imagery. The head of the sarcophagus resembles a dragon's head.
Alright,
And it's
Gron
white-
tries
and
to
it's
push
white
the lid
marble?
off.
Well, it's held in place by rusting iron clamps.
Alright.
Yeah, 6 of them.
Smack him off.
Your
Yes.
axe is already pretty messed up. You
Boom!
could just
I slash at one of them.
All right, I will accept that in lieu of check, and I will say that congratulations, you break the clasps.
Alright, now I try to push the lid off.
All right, make a strength check. And just like that, you manage to open it. But alas, as you push it open, there is a great flash of green light.
we're all
And inside the coffin is...
Buck says we just found the boss.
And... Kadoom! A troll!
Oh! Oh!
In the coffin is a troll, dressed
Oh,
in
God.
rotted finery, but its jewelry and rings, adorned with tiny silver dragons, still sparkle. The creature's body is shrunken and elongated, and its flesh is a rubbery, putrid green.
Yeah,
Its
knocked
black,
arrow.
its black hair is long, thick, and ropey. Its beady black eyes flash open, and it snarls.
Oh boy.
Knocking an arrow and casting Hunter's Mark on that fucker.
I think we need to roll initiative first.
You do, in fact, get to roll initiative. Give me a second to open up the initiative table.
I'm really glad I have Phoenix powers right now.
I bet you are. You piece of piss.
I'll do Casimir first.
Hey, it's not my fault I know a decent bit
I
about
keep
the lore of
rolling
D&D.
really poorly with your fucking initiative rolls, Noah. I'm sorry.
Also, the character I'm playing is a
Oh,
nerd,
okay.
so he'd probably know a decent bit about magical creatures.
All right, and with that, in descending order, and so with that, Rob Steelums, you get to act first.
Oh, fucking great. I'm assuming I can't get a sneak attack, or is he looking?
I mean, I'd say that, well, it's not a matter of where he is looking, it's more a matter of, is there an ally nearby?
But I don't think he's engaged yet.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even a matter of engagement. The rules specifically state that basically there has to be another target that is opposed to the target that you're trying to sneak attack. Of which there
I'm
are
there.
3.
Well, yeah, I suppose I'll just stab it.
All right, make the roll. Ah, a
Shit.
critical strike.
Nice.
A singular strike.
So should I do sneak attacks then?
Confidence
Yeah.
surges
sneak
as the
attack.
enemy crumbles.
Fuck. Oh well.
And then your regular damage.
Oh.
Yeah, but that was a pretty good one.
Hey,
Hunger
that's pretty
by
good.
beast.
All right, so that is. And with that, Leviticus. After
Okay, yeah,
seeing this
so
incredible blow by your ally, how do you follow?
he's going to go ahead and take a step up. Bonus action, Mantle of Flames, so that he is on fire.
Okay.
And then he's going to cast Burning Hands on the troll.
All right.
So let me...
Their kind hates ice and fire both.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that there's a definite angle that you'd be able to fire at it without.
Well, because here's the thing: it's a 15-foot cone in front of me.
Yeah, so you'd
So
be
if
able
I'm-
to easily hit just the troll.
Yeah, so from where I'm standing diagonally, it shouldn't hit anybody.
That is correct.
So give me a second here. Doodly-doodly-doodly-doo. And all right, and we also add a +3 to the damage. So 7
because you
damage
got
plus
mental.
3 because I'm currently on fire. It gives me I add my charisma modifier to any fire attacks that I make while it's in effect. So it has to make it. Yeah, so basically it has to save
Make a
that.
DC 13 saving throw or take half damage.
Yes.
And with a great screech, it manages to dodge much of the worst of it, but it is definitely not in a good spot. Oh, this troll, he seems
Does it look like it hurt him?
displeased.
Does it look like it hurt him more than it would an ordinary creature?
I mean, well, after the stabbing, one may have noticed a little bit of, but the flames are constantly burning away at it. Its flesh seems to bubble and roil in protest.
We gonna eat
'Cause
good.
if I'm
now.
not mistaken, trolls are weak to
That's
fire.
the most disgusting thing you've said this entire adventure.
It is definitely more effective against trolls. However, they do not take extra damage from it.
All right.
I'll tell you more after the fight.
I just know that what was it? All I know, and this is just OOC, not
Yeah.
mine. Just trolls that they regenerate like fucking mad unless you
Mhm.
burn them.
Mhm.
Right.
Which thankfully you've got the Human Torch here.
Yeah.
Literally the fucking Human Torch.
Flame out.
And with that, it is now Crow's turn, standing right next to this troll that seems, well, very much unhappy to be here.
You're what's one square again?
Each square is 5 feet.
Fantastic. I'm gonna back the hell away.
Are you going to be disengaging?
Gonna get an attack of opportunity on you.
He will be.
Nope. You know what? Shit, hold on. My computer
yeah,
just
I'm kinda
fucked up and I
actually
need to
use-
reload
Oh well.
Yeah,
in
just
order to
hit him.
see things.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
Keep forgetting how to cut.
No, I am not attack of opportunity. No, I'm not disengaging.
All right, so you're just going to take the hit?
You bet.
All right.
He breaks your arm.
So, he swings at you.
Wait a sec. What the fuck?
What?
It's not letting me back into the game. Give me a sec.
Rude. What a rude game.
Extraordinarily rude.
Well, I'm going to say this much. As you attempt to step away, the troll swings at you with a great clawed hand. And it connects very solidly. You take a whopping 11 damage.
All right.
Is it on his arms?
Crow.
Just wait, baby. Just wait.
What the? Okay. Yep. Crow wipes the blood from his chin, and then he says, "Bad move, friend." And he casts Hellish Rebuke on the unfortunate whelp.
All right, make the roll.
Burn, baby.
Or the, press the button, I should say. All right, DC 14. Doo-ba-doo-doo. And with that, a great scream. Its flesh still roiling and bubbling from the flaming attack that it took a moment ago. It falls to the ground.
Huh.
And
Poor thing.
typically, while a troll is more difficult to defeat than that, thankfully, a rather handy pyromaniac, the fire manages to stop it from regaining any vigor and getting back up to attack once again, and the troll remains deceased.
What a shame.
Yeah, go
As soon as-
team.
As soon as it did, I'm just gonna start looting the fucking coffin that it's in.
Yeah,
the thing's
same
still
here.
burning.
Yeah, we can nudge it aside. But yeah, I just want to do
Nudge
that.
the
Just
fire.
pick around the charred bits. Say, Casimir, I know I've been kind of a burden lately, but do you have any more of those little healing spells you could throw my way.
Teacher peers around the wall. Just sleep it off, you pussy.
I can't remember if you. How many did
man.
you use before the short rest, and did you get any back? I can't remember.
And if not, do you think we could stop for a minute?
Didn't I get them back from leveling up?
Did you?
I'll say
Typically,
yes.
Okay.
So I still have
Yeah.
2, right?
Yeah. Two.
So yeah, what's
Also,
So go for it.
yeah?
Nate,
Make sure you
subtract
stare
another
menacingly while you do it.
subtract another 75 experience from the deficit.
75.
All right, let's loot this thing.
Okay.
I just
Well,
wanted to like, basically rush for that thing first because
Yeah.
last time Shorty McTwitchy Pants looted everything, and
Yeah, Robin.
He'll share this time.
no, I'm not. I'm
Robin.
Who's still
getting on
hurting?
it.
That would be me. Hello.
But yeah, so you got 6 HP back.
Oh, good.
So Robin, jumping on the priest and the sarcophagus, on the dragon priest himself, you managed to ornate ceremonial dagger, 2 silver rings, and a silver amulet.
I'm just going, ooh, dagger, and then I just go, oh yeah, and some probably magical things.
As well as scattered across the bottom of the sarcophagus are 220 silver pieces, 50 gold pieces, and 4 spell scrolls.
Leviticus takes the spell scrolls.
I'll just be sitting there trying to pick up the gold pieces.
All right.
Because
That's all he wants is the spell scrolls.
All right.
50 you
He'll let the rest of the party have the rest of it.
All right. To distribute as they please amongst themselves.
I don't suppose the one who landed the killing blow could get a bit of the quarry.
I mean, I figured we'd just share. I just want to get the first look. And this pretty little dagger that I'm pretty sure I exclusively would use.
Well, I mean, it's very ornate and
Wait.
Yeah. So,
the
ornate
dog.
dagger. But, so it's
You all
ornate
right,
dagger,
Grant?
1 pound.
I feel like I'm sorry to say that it feels like you've been a little bit excluded here. I'm gonna say this much: Dylan and Corbin very much like to get into their role playing, and I've admittedly had to talk over them before. So, anything you'd like to attempt to lay claim to of the troll's treasure?
No, I was just thinking. The guy's gonna take the scrolls. That's fine. The dagger, whatever. I figure if we split up the loot, the money.
I figured we'd just bring it out and use it as a party for now.
Yeah,
Well, Leviticus wants
party
to know what
fund.
this-
Whoever. I mean, I don't know who's in charge of like the party fund or whatever.
I don't
to
know.
deal with that.
I
I
was
mean-
just taking the gold because it was shiny, and I might as well.
Special about the amulet or the rings.
I think
That's
we'd
what
have
I
to
was wondering.
inspect them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did any of you guys have identifying capabilities or?
No,
Well,
I don't think.
I'll say that if they are looking to see if it's magic, it is going to be an Arcana check.
I could take a look.
So could Leviticus, because he's proficient in that.
And I take it that you are perusing over the rings.
Yeah, the rings and the amulet or whatever.
All right.
I'm done.
Like, hey, does this look magic to you?
Nothing. Okay.
Well, are you proficient in Arcana, Nate?
Oh, proficient. No.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say like you'd have to be proficient in Arcana to actually be
Okay.
able
Yeah,
to
never
use it
mind.
effectively. You know,
Yeah.
kind of like how you'd have to be proficient in math to be able to calculate a square root.
She.
Yeah, sorry. But you do not discern anything notably or particularly magical about the silver amulet and rings. As a matter of fact, you don't note any magic at all permeating them.
Doesn't look magic to me. Been wrong in the past, though.
I could offer a bit of a second opinion if anyone cares.
Yeah, go for it. Just trying to break anything.
All right, I walk up and I try to take a look at him.
And again, you do not seem to detect a single ounce of magic permeating the rings and amulet.
Nope, Leviticus, it looks as though your diagnosis was spot on. These are some mundane-ass silver rings.
Yeah, we can still sell them.
Yeah, take them and then come across somebody who can.
Or I don't know if you want a memento.
Maybe some nice bling to bring out
Assuming
your
we,
eyes.
I mean, that's assuming we even make it out of here alive, but
bag
Leviticus
somewhere.
is taking a look at these spell scrolls to see what they are.
Yeah.
Crow's gonna go check out this torch.
Who's hurt the most? I'm sorry. Like,
Literally, the only one who seems to have taken pretty much any damage this entire campaign has been Crow.
Hello.
By the way, I made a little banknote for you guys. Basically, if you just want to bank all your cash together in this one spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be editable by everybody. Only one person at a time, please.
Where
All
is
right.
it?
By the way, the character
yeah.
sheets are. I don't see anything. It appears blank when I look at it.
Because there's nothing in there.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't put anything in there yet. I just made it.
Gotcha.
For now, like, I'm gonna hold on to the gold, but I'll put it in there as like a hey, this is what we have. So.
All right.
So
I
yeah.
wrote it down.
Well, like if you're going to be putting it in the bank, like the banknote.
Oh yeah, once we get back.
Yeah.
Take it out of your
Like
personal.
if it's in the bank, it's not in your inventory.
Right.
Well, okay,
Otherwise, we
we're
get
not at a
confused and
bank
think we
yet.
have. Yeah.
So then it's pointless to do until we have somewhere we can actually store it.
All right. And a certain Leviticus wanted to attempt to identify the spell scrolls.
Yes.
All right. Make the roll. You seem to be particularly stumped. All this excitement seems to have come to you.
Let me take a look, boy.
Is this for all of them or just
It's just a collective roll.
Oh
Alright.
dear.
Basically, well,
Is that
like
Michael
my-
DeSanta?
Yeah.
what? Where?
I'm glad that it was noticed that quickly.
Where?
Banknote.
Oh.
Since you can leave a picture with it.
Hey, you forget 100 things every day. Make this one of them.
All right. Yeah. Crow walks up to Leviticus and goes, "Mind if I take a look, boy?"
He'll just shrug.
All right. I'm gonna try to take a look.
Reps him.
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, again, the excitement seems to be getting from you. You were knocked for quite a slobber knocker.
Call over the druid.
All right.
Casimir.
Is the druid even proficient in arc?
No.
I mean, well, she's a
negative
spell.
one.
I would say she's
Might
a
as well
spellcaster,
try.
so we might as well give her.
but
a
she's
shot.
-1 in it. I wouldn't think that's proficient if I couldn't.
I would say. Well, I would say it's more. She's either proficient or if you're a spellcaster, because that's literally a scroll is literally just instructions on how to cast the spell that lets you use it once.
Yeah, but it's a divine spellcaster versus an arcane.
So no.
Religion versus Arcana.
Hmm.
All right, fair enough. We can just
You know-
we can pick later.
Yeah, it's not important. Not that important anyway.
Well, we can check again when we take our. Well, how long have we been in here? I was gonna say. We're just gonna take a short rest or a long rest.
Well, I mean, considering that you managed to move, like what, 500 feet.
To be fair, we were pretty slow.
However, considering the time and Drew's noted preferences, it's probably getting pretty close to about time to wrap up the session.
Is it?
Well, Drew mentioned that it's hard on him staying up until like midnight our time every night.
All right.
So, out of respect for Drew,
All right.
for those
just
of
make
you
sure-
that
hang
would
on.
like,
if we're wrapping up, let's just make sure we have. Okay, so we've got 4 spell scrolls. I'll just.
Of unknown make and model.
Two
Right,
rings.
I'm just gonna put 4 scroll just in my inventory just so that I remember.
well, you know what, if you're going to be taking the short rest right away, which I feel is a good opportunity here, I could say that after spending a longer period of time inspecting them, you just know what they are.
Okay, and what are they?
There is 1 scroll of command, 1 scroll of cure wounds, 2nd level, 1 scroll of inflict wounds, 2nd level, and 1 scroll of guiding bolt, 2nd level.
Fascinating.
Truly, magic is a miraculous thing. Or something.
I wouldn't call it that.
What's magical is this pretty rapier.
Drew, stop doing World of Warcraft things while we're supposed to be doing Dungeons. Bad boy, Drew.
I'm not playing World of Warcraft.
No, I saw what you put on the guild chat. I get those notifications.
So hang on. So a scroll of command, a scroll of cure wounds, inflict wounds, and guiding bolt, all level 2. Yes.
Command is just standard scroll of command. Everything
Right.
is level 2.
That's
Yes.
All right then. So yeah. Unless anyone wants any of them, Leviticus now has the scrolls.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
That's fine.
Do you knock yourself out?
Preferably literally, if you can help it.
Yes. Quite the headway. Good. What a conversationalist.
Congratulations, you have completed my troll puzzle. And you didn't even try to knock him into the spike pit.
I thought
He'd have just gotten back up.
Yeah. More importantly, I don't think we're strong enough to be able to want to do that well without falling in ourselves.
Actually, you would be able to make the check because he's only one size larger than you.
It still wouldn't be.
If he was more than one size, you would have been fucked. But no, if it's just the one size, it's super manageable.
But yeah, I was
feel
gonna
like
say.
we brute forced literally that entire series of rooms.
Yeah.
I was gonna say mainly it's just good thing is what is it when you're fighting a troll? It's a good thing. Yeah, you've got the firebug in the party.
But the only thing we didn't brute force was the thing we didn't have time to brute force because it just answered the riddle immediately.
He's just like stars.
Stars.
I like to imagine your character actually at every riddle stars, just waiting for the day where it's actually the answer.
Well, no, it's just what was it? Leviticus is actually pretty decently well read, so, and also I just knew the answer to the riddle.
Yeah.
I've heard that one before.
But no, I just love the idea that it's actually literally every time stars.
Stars.
No, we're asking what we want to eat. Oh,
Stars.
What's your name? Stars. Oh, I'm sorry, Leviticus.
What's
your favorite kind? What are your favorite kind of celebrities? Stars.
Also, I'd like to point out, in the last 5 rolls, 4 of them on disadvantage were crit fails.
Yeah. What's your favorite celestial body? Stars.
Yeah. Good times.
Oh,
yeah, if you'd like to take your short rest around the stinking troll corpse.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it closer to the pretty green torch.
Otherwise, I would say that it would be completely within reason for you to move back to the.
Hang on, before we do that, can
Central
Leviticus
room.
go to one of the other sconces and then touch it and light and ignite it?
If he likes.
Okay. He
Actually,
does such.
hold on a quick second. I gotta check to see if it's just sconces, if there are actually torches in them. Okay, there are several sconces, but only one of them has the torch, and that's the one that has the magical green light.
So the scout's on fire.
Crow was gonna go check that out.
I'm just sitting next to it because it's pretty
All
green
right.
light.
See
Does
if there's any special properties about it.
Does anyone besides Leviticus have torches?
I
think I do.
I think
I
I
do.
do.
I do.
I should.
All right.
I think I do.
All right. Everyone should grab a torch.
Oh, I actually
and $5. Leviticus is like $5 says something happens if we put a torch with green flames into each of the sconces.
I'll take that bet.
Garan puts the one up in the top right corner.
Was there a torch in the Explorers pack?
Yes.
Yes.
Then
There's
yeah.
10 of them.
So everyone subtract a torch from your inventory.
Garan moves
I
away.
actually don't have any torches. I have a scholar's
Just
pack.
take, I'm gonna do the same thing Ron does.
Since they're in the pack.
I'm gonna put a torch in the top left and then move away next to Gron.
Well,
I'm
All right,
assuming that
Pyro.
everyone takes a. Yeah, I was gonna say. I assume everyone takes a torch, lights with the green flame, and then yeah.
well,
I guess-
on attempting to light with the green flame, you find that nothing happens. As a matter of fact, this green flame doesn't even give off any heat.
It's a nightlight. Troll nightlight.
If those of you proficient in Arcana would care to make another roll,
Yeet.
Ooh, 17.
Leviticus on closer inspection almost instantaneously.
You cut out there. What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Leviticus on closer inspection almost immediately recognizes as the effects of a continual flame spell.
So it says mine, and he goes up and he takes the torch.
Now you don't know what it is.
Mine.
Leviticus goes, "Oh, that's actually cursed fire. If you touch that, it'll cause agonize. If you take that from here, it'll give you agonizing pain.
You know what? I think I'll take.
And also makes you unable to get inebriated.
Fantastic. I'll take my chances, and he takes a torch.
And also gives you diarrhea.
Explosive of the implosive variety.
Implosive diarrhea. Like you constantly have the urge, but it never comes out.
Exactly.
See,
I take the torch.
I was gonna try taking because it looked pretty, but I guess he beat me to it then.
It's mine. What is this called?
It's just a torch that has the continual flame spell cast on it. Basically, it's just an item that has had continual flame cast on it. It's
an infinity flashlight.
Yeah.
Great, I'm taking it. It's mine.
I mean, might as well give it. Careful, it might break your hand.
Poor thing.
All right, and
He picks it up. His entire right arm gets incinerated.
Well, you know what? I pick it up with my left hand.
His entire left hand gets incinerated.
Thankfully, nothing happens on picking up the torch.
This is mine now.
All right.
What are you, a
And,
seagull? Mine.
It is basically.
I mean, to be fair, he hasn't gotten any loot yet.
Yeah, and if you are wondering on how to utilize the torch, basically the light cannot be extinguished through any regular mundane means. However, it can be covered. Otherwise, it is functional capacity to a regular torch, just that it never burns out.
All right, I tuck it away into my pack.
All right, congratulations! You have a fancy new nightlight. Nice nightlight, bro.
Thank you. I found
His
it in a
entire
dungeon
backpack becomes engulfed.
after incinerating a troll.
To be fair, it was already burning when you hit it.
Yeah, but mine was hellfire, which makes it cool.
I mean, I was literally on fire when I started burning the thing.
Yeah, but mine was hellfire, which makes it cooler than yours.
I mean, I'm not the one that got smacked. That's been getting smacked around this entire campaign.
No, but you also don't have hellfire, which makes mine cooler than yours.
At least I don't have to get my ass handed to me in order to use it.
No, but you also don't have hellfire, which makes mine cooler than yours.
Ladies, you're both gorgeous.
Dick measuring contest in a troll tomb.
Oh, no. This has nothing to do with phallus size. It's simply that I have hellfire, which makes mine cooler than his.
And then suddenly, Scraps appears on Leviticus' shoulder. I have a hell raccoon.
Yes, but it's not hellfire, which makes it cooler than yours.
Gron is like, I will cut both of your dicks off for this.
Go ahead and try it. I'll engulf you in hellfire.
Man, I like how threats of violence cut this down.
All right, I'm gonna take
Corbin,
the torch back, tuck it away, and are we all planning on leaving and then taking a rest?
I'm sorry. I was a little bit distracted there. Was the torch given to Generis?
What? No.
No.
Oh, just the torches in general. Okay.
Yeah, well, because we didn't realize that the flame. Yeah.
Right.
He just meant that he put away his torch that he already took out.
Right.
Correct.
Corbin, could you make a perception check for me?
Will do. Perception. It's not great.
All right, and well, guess what? You happen to see a green light appear from behind you, and a tiefling reaching in. The torch that you stuffed into your pack, I do not believe was covered. So, on removing it from the pack, it unleashes its light on all around.
Ooh, pretty.
Wait, say what now?
Basically, the tiefling, very interested in the torch, wanted to,
Steal the torch.
So says, "Aye," and he snatches it back.
Am I allowed to try and resist that and just kind of dance around the room with it?
I'm going to call that contested dexterity rolls. Not saves, just rolls.
Oh, rolls. Okay. I mean, it's basically the same thing, isn't it?
Well, if you're a rogue, you
Oh,
get to
yeah.
add your proficiency.
Damn.
Damn it!
He only just barely manages to keep it out of your reach as he.
I'm gonna keep chasing him until I get the torch back.
You know, I just do it for a while, just kind of enjoying the light.
And Leviticus is like, this is what happens when you trust demons.
Racist, excuse you.
Excuse you, I'm a tiefling. The gods identify me as a humanoid.
But yeah, after a while, I just kind of have fun and just toss it back to you.
Crow just kind of sneers at you and tucks it back into his bag.
Gosh, it's really make things more nailed down.
Looks like we have 2 Leviticuses in the party now.
Hey, I just really liked the thing.
No, I just meant Crow's reaction.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very Leviticus reaction.
Well, when Crow does it, it's because someone stole from him. When you do it, it's because you're a misanthropic fucking trash rodent.
Yes.
Misanthropic drunken loser.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a misanthropic drunken loser. I'm a misanthropic raccoon.
This reminds me of a song.
Sing us a song, you're a raccoon man.
Not that one, actually. Like, it's an actual song.
Damien cast Hellish Rebuke on Leviticus for that assault on his ears.
Oh, please. I can keep it. I'm not a great singer.
Sing me a song, piano man. All right.
Oh, please. Now you're exaggerating.
Tonight.
Yeah, well, not all of us went to performing arts school and got formal training.
Okay, so Nate, you should probably moderate your channel a bit better. There's actual porn.
What? What the fuck did one of them do?
Joker.
God damn it, Hi. Well, there's like 8 million things.
I left that channel.
Yeah, it's horrible.
So did I.
Good call.
Those 3 were all like at the same time posting a bunch. I'm like, why? At one point, I think I even asked what was happening. Thankfully, they all left and stopped doing that.
Right. And with that little unfortunate display of theft, as well as
it wasn't a source of light. I could have gotten away with it.
Yeah, you could have.
One of those meddling kids.
You would have gotten away with it super fucking hard.
Yeah.
If only it wasn't fucking glowing.
Yeah, but I still able to run around.
Ass room.
Yeah, I still enjoyed that. I don't get to steal enough, so you know, recreationally.
So
hey, wait. Next time you try and snatch it and like you're running around with it, toss it to Leviticus. He can cast minor illusion.
I was going to, but someone had to go and be up and racist towards me.
No, but hang on a second. What was it? And then what was it? And then he tosses it, catches it, and then turns around and casts minor illusion. Now he's holding 2. Which one's the real one?
The one that's casting light.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the illusion would create light, would it not?
No,
I
it
don't
wouldn't.
think so.
Oh.
Otherwise, there'd be literally no point to having that spell. When you could just do that at any time.
Yeah.
Well, what if he was holding a torch and used minor illusion to make it look like the other
Probably
torch?
different sort of light.
Well, I mean,
Thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy would basically be required, I believe, to
I don't
mimic
have
a temporary
thaumaturgy.
effect.
Oh wait, I only have minor illusion, not thaumaturgy. Never mind.
Yeah. Oops. Oopsies. And as for the final puzzle of the night, in order to get out of here, you are going to have to...
and we do have the rope still tied.
Yeah, but I mean through the crystal room with the singing crystal. You've actually been hearing its wailing song this entire time.
Oh, Leviticus already has an idea about that. He's just going to charge into the room screaming as loud as he can and cast an Eldritch Blast before he can try and mind control him.
I mean...
All right.
That's the best thing he's got. Unless anyone else has a better idea.
I just wedge the trap again for a bit just to make sure.
Nobody winds up getting just nailed with it.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll take it. Yeah, I would say that before it has a chance to re-enrapture you, you manage to fly in and throw an Eldritch Blast at it. And I imagine that you are going to be repeating this process as many times as it takes for you to actually break it. So I'm going to say that after a small handful of attempted shots running back and forth like some kind of loon, You manage to successfully break it, and the gem itself goes dark, and the singing ceases.
And then eventually, like he's in there. He's like, and this is why we don't touch random magical orbs.
And this is why we let people smash random magical orbs.
Oh, the brute force technique seems to be working so far. Let's keep the train rolling.
What's a train?
The
What?
fantasy train.
A train of thought.
You know, we'll just go back into the main room and then call it there for then, I guess.
Train?
Yeah.
You mean like the verb?
Yeah.
What are we training to do?
All right, and with that,
Musical chairs. Do 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 do.
everyone has a little celebratory dance.
Let me
Except
show
for
you the
Ron.
dance.
Why does
of my
Casimir
people.
keep trying to touch me? Stop it!
She wants to cure
Yeah.
your wounds.
Are we
If
doing the
anything,
safety
if
dance?
anything, Casimir might want to touch Grom.
Gron. Gron girl.
That's slander.
Here one day and Gron the next.
Oh, boy. And with that,
I'll just do the same thing as before.
that is another short rest. And with the end of that short rest, that's going to be the end of the session for tonight. Nate, did you ever wind up subtracting the 75 experience from the troll that I mentioned?
Yeah, 123.
The total. All right. So congratulations, you guys only need to make 123 more experience before you can start getting experience as per normal again.
And I'm assuming this other path is probably going to have comparative shit, and we're just going to find out.
That's,
This one's
well,
just open up.
looking at how much dungeon there is left,
Yeah, we can hope it's there.
I mean, it's
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a lot. Holy fuck.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be a bit more expansive.
Yeah.
There we go. And just so that we know,
How
I
many
have
spellcasts do you
marked
have?
the orb as broke.
Regen me one.
If you want
level
to,
one
if
spell
everyone
cast.
wants to take a look
Okay.
down at the map.
You've used 2 of them, right?
Yes.
Then yeah, you're at 2.
So what was it? We were taking like a short rest.
Yep. A short rest, and with that, that is going to be the end of the session.
Sick.
Sweet.
I would like to apologize, however, as it's I feel that my performance was comparatively lackluster compared to last week's.
Yeah, it's
That
fine.
was good.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, you don't always have to do the. You don't always have to pull out the theatrics all the time.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good though.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, if you weren't feeling it, you weren't feeling it, and you shouldn't try to force something like that.
Yeah.
You blew your wad on the Bob Sapp article.
I really did. Dude, I love that guy's just descriptive terms. Also,
Yeah.
Corbin, I don't know if you saw the link that I put in the shitposting channel above the song. It's a little bit higher up, but it's basically a link to that particular writer's various articles that they've done for a particular website.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Will a short rest heal Crow?
Oh, yeah. Crow, to the best of my knowledge, is currently at full health.
Oh yeah, I should
Looking
actually do
at the
it.
health
I shouldn't
bar.
die.
If you're not at full, might be a good idea. Just spend at least one.
Shit.
Nice.
So I get 1 per level, don't I?
Yeah.
Cool.
Enough. I thought with a short rest, don't you heal up?
Short rest, you get the opportunity to spend hit die to regain health.
All right, I'll do that too, just for the hell of it.
Yeah. And it's worth mentioning that you get back 1/2 of your maximum capacity of hit die on taking a long rest, on top of getting all of your health and spell slots back.
All right, I'm gonna hop off.
All right. Actually, before you do that, Corbin, I'm kind of surprised. You should have access to first spells, which you get back on a short rest because you're a warlock.
Yep,
I'm surprised you haven't utilized any of them.
I have.
You have?
Hellish Rebuke
Oh,
is first level spell.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. I'm used to it being a racial feature.
Yeah. Also, for some reason, it keeps resetting my spell slots every time I close my character sheet.
Hmm. I mean, do you make sure to hit enter afterwards?
Yes, I do.
Weird.
Hey, Corbin.
What?
I'm DMing April right now from the server, and I'm apparently I just blew her mind by spelling my name. That she didn't know that there was more than one way to spell Dylan.
I didn't until.
Oh, like DYLAN.
Yeah, she just said it's okay, Dylan. You don't need to worry. And I just typed in like the way you actually spell my name, and I said I get that a lot.
Okay, so Corbin
replies with there are two ways of spelling it in all caps.
I think I found out your problem.
What?
The one on the number on the left, that is the max that you can have. The one on the right is the recalculated one.
Well, regardless, it keeps setting it back to 0.
Oh, okay, that is weird. Let me see if I can't do anything about this.
All right, I'm gonna go. It was a good session.
Yo,
Grant, it was awesome to see you yesterday, and I had an absolute blast at dinner.
Cool, me too.
All right, I will talk to you guys later.
Yeah,
all right, man.
Later.